In 5, 4, 3. Hey guys, how's it going? Nick Campbell here, and with me as always is
David Steele.
And we are
Rhythm and Wit. Yes, this is a podcast where we discuss and explore the creative and artistic expressions of artists and performers in Oklahoma City and beyond Oklahoma City. And today we have a very special guest, Lynn K.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello. Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, we love having you.
Yeah, this is great.
Good.
Y'all ain't had me yet, but
I know, yeah.
You're married.
Right.
You can't laugh.
Liz reminded me before I came over.
Like, don't get the L's confused,
No,
okay?
no, it's Father's Day. I'm looking for some
Right,
love.
yeah.
Oh, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
Father's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thanks for coming. I know I've seen you perform it's been a couple years, I think. I remember the first time I'd seen you perform was you used to go out to Fairweather Friend,
Yeah.
Caleb, what was his name?
Collins.
Caleb Collins. Yeah, that was always fun. I remember seeing you there, and then seeing you pop up on shows since then. But yeah, it's great to finally get to talk to you on a podcast. And I've done some videos. You were on my Black History video. I remember it was over a year ago.
I love it.
That was
I was seeing the flashback. I was like, I'm returning.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. 'Cause this is So welcome and thanks for coming.
Well, the first place I saw you was Ugly Flamingo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kitty had put together a show at
Yeah.
Ugly Flamingo, and it's a little rough spot. It's kind of rough there,
Yeah.
Hard
but you
room.
lit them up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, we got to get her on, put a cork in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very impressive. But you seem like you're all over the place. Like you work a lot here and in Tulsa.
Both places. I try to
Mhm.
keep my shows at least once a month in both cities.
Okay.
But I hit up every mic I can. It's
Mhm.
kind of hard with work, but the ones I can make it to, I try to
Mhm.
make it like a show.
Yeah.
So I'm always in show mode, even at mics.
Yeah.
So that's why
Give
I
it your
always
all.
give it my all.
Mhm.
So people can remember. I might not be here often. But remember me. Remember me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we had put a cork in it, and I love doing that one. I got to, put my two favorite things together, comedy and drinking.
Yeah, the
Oh, my
wine.
God. I had a great time. I got
Yeah.
to bring my bottle on stage with me. And they recork it. I guess that's part of the
Oh
name.
yeah, so you can take
I
it with
love going
you.
to, yes, it wasn't
Yeah.
much to take.
Right.
But I love the venue, and I love what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, we've been working. Liz and I've been working real hard at it here lately, especially. Well, the kids are out of school, so we can do stuff again.
Yeah.
We're free.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
at least 2 months. So we started an open mic over there too. If you want to swing
Yeah.
through, it's on Wednesdays at 8.
I
If you
will.
get an opportunity.
Yeah.
And being a nurse is tough because
It
they
is.
keep you in the hours, don't they?
Yes, I got off this morning in Lindsay, Oklahoma at 6:30 this
Oh,
morning, and
so you-
then drove back, which is like an hour and 5 minutes, and I ain't been
Yeah.
back. And then went ahead and did the
You ready for
razzle
the
dazzle and got here.
podcast?
So it's a lot easier when I know that if I'm off for a couple of days. So I will be there Wednesday. So we're
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah, just
so
let me know. I'll sign you up. I'll
Thank
throw you on the
you.
list.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Are you a traveling nurse? You
Yes, I go
okay.
everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I was in Miami, and I made a little post. I'm like, I'm in Miami.
Yeah, right.
I didn't see any palm trees, but I got the green, so I was okay.
There you go. There you go.
I
Yeah.
love driving around. The farther, the more money, of course. But
Okay, yeah.
when you're in Miami and another place that I go to called Quail, I can just drive up the road and feel like I'm in another state. So I can
Yeah.
take little mini road trips.
Right.
I still
Yeah.
haven't made it to Buc-ee's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Not
But
yet.
I'm not yet, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it to
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I've never really seen them. I mean, I probably have. I don't do too much traveling either, but it's like it's weird about Buc-ee's. Like I never even heard of Buc-ee's or really knew what it was until like maybe a couple of years ago.
Yes, and now it's everywhere.
Yeah, and everyone's
I
like,
was like, and I want one of those out.
Yeah.
Zip up.
Oh,
I want
yeah,
one.
like Lacey Rains. got?
Yes. I
Yeah.
love Lacey's.
Well, every time I go through, it's like, all right, well, I got to use the bathroom here.
Yeah.
That's like the best
It's just
bathroom.
some little reason.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but they have. I mean, they make homemade fudge there, and they do
yeah,
the food,
all
and, I
the
mean,
special treats and stuff.
yeah,
That's like a big thing at those kind of gas stations or wherever, like those like the roasted nuts or whatever
Yes.
you can get.
Oh, I didn't realize that until I started driving. Like I went to Memphis. I drove to Memphis for a comedy festival,
Uh-huh.
and then I just one day was like, okay, I made the festival. I was gonna fly all of that, and I was like, you know what? I have a car,
Yeah. Just
and
do
then
it.
I learned new things. Like Oklahoma, we're known for our peanuts,
Yeah.
boiled peanuts.
I had no idea.
Never knew.
Yeah.
Never knew.
Yeah.
So there we go. I didn't buy any either. It was just I didn't like the look of it, but I figure if we're known for it, it's got to be
Yeah.
okay.
That's the
you
thing
know?
is
That's
like
for the tourists.
if other
Yeah.
people know
It's
about
like
it,
Oklahoma is like
Yeah.
we have to say we're known for something.
right?
So people can come here and be like, "Oh, did you have the Oklahoma peanuts?" And now, as Oklahomans, we now know to agree and be like, "Yeah, it's what we're known
Yeah.
for."
So you did a festival in Memphis?
Yes.
What was that like? How did you end
It
up there?
was great. Juju Rashad out of Tulsa hails from Memphis, so
Okay.
he was promoting it here, and I signed up. I did great. Made it to the finals.
Oh, okay.
They hit me with a whammy because a roast battle was thrown in there. And yeah, that took me off kilter. I was dressed in all silver, and somebody called me the Tin Man's Mistress.
What?
Oh no!
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
That's pretty slick. Though.
But it's hard for me to roast people. Like
Mhm.
roasting to me is low hanging fruit. Not to knock anybody who out there who does the roast battles.
Mhm.
It's just to tear somebody down and know that it might cause commotion in the community.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. I've won several, but not a
Yeah.
fan.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Cause how many do you? You say you don't like to do them, but you can do
I
them,
can
obviously.
do them. I did Brian Bitch Jackson, Tulsa. I've done that one. I've won that one before. I want to call it my bubble. You know, no one counts the bubble ring in the NBA. No one counts my roast battle because it
Yeah.
was December. Everybody's like, it's Christmas.
What?
Give it to her.
Oh.
So I won it then.
Uh-huh.
And then Trash had one before. I won that one as well.
Mhm.
No, I didn't. I won it in my mind. Brian
Yeah.
Bitch Jack won it in real life. I have to,
You should've-
correct certain
Yeah,
things.
right.
Because I live in my fantasy world where I've never lost.
Yeah, it's nice in
Never
there
lost
though.
a thing.
It's nice in there.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice in here. Real bubbly, positive all the time.
Yeah. Well, so you don't like doing the roast battles. What's your favorite kind of work to do?
So recently I've been exposed to what is the moist battle.
Yeah, that's what I was
by
gonna
the
bring
Martin
up.
Dupas.
Yeah.
Yes. And I am great at it. Oh my
Because
goodness.
that's kind of I love that whole concept and I think it goes to their personalities and too. Is like they don't like the roasting, that being mean to each other, but so they made it sexy and like made it
is
like
sexy.
Is it?
Oh, it's so
Oh my
sexy.
God.
So I won the first time. So I was
Yeah.
Oklahoma City's
You
champion.
were the
I did
first-
not retain my
Mhm.
crown, but I got someone amazing knocked me
Yeah.
out. Just beautiful. She showed us a heavy beaver, and it was so hairy, but it wasn't her real one because
Right.
she's
Yeah.
a lady,
Yeah.
and so it was one that she had made. It was so cute, and I mean just the acrobatics.
Yeah,
of it.
she was
flipped
incredible.
over to show us that hairy monkey.
she was
I don't know
doing
if it's
some.
a hairy beaver, hairy monkey. It was so many things.
So this was a stuffed animal.
no, it was
No, it was like a
a
little
little
prop.
fake
Yeah.
prop, hairy.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got you. I got
yeah,
you.
hairy hoo ha.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a okay.
Yeah.
Dang, that is kind of
And
risky.
had to flipped over and showed us. At that point, I knew I had
Yeah.
to go ahead and give it to
Yeah,
her.
she
Yeah,
definitely
she
deserved
did.
it.
Because you
That
were the
was-
reigning champ.
I was the reigning champ.
Yeah.
But then, just her work. I have just a little
Yeah,
reel I
that's-
did on Instagram where I was like,
Mhm.
Eddie Murphy has got me out of some deep, dark places.
Mhm.
So as she's flipped over, she was like, Lynn, you said it got you out of some deep, dark places where you're going to need Eddie Murphy to get you out of this. It's just like, okay, you went, you looked, you really dove
okay.
into it.
She
and I
did her
loved it.
research.
So,
That
yeah.
was Jessie Kyle,
Yeah.
by the way. She's an incredible actor and comedian and improviser, I think,
Yes,
too.
it
Yeah.
was beautiful. Popped balloons with her butt.
Yeah, she did like the
was-
splits and
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of.
So how does the competition work? Like, is it
So-
just like a roast battle, or?
No, it starts off with pulse monitor.
Yeah, they
So
do the heart rate
they
monitor,
also,
too.
Not pulse. Heart.
Yeah.
So it's thank you. So they monitor if you basically went up, went down,
Mhm.
got turned on.
Right.
wow.
So they check
That's
it before and
and
after.
You can't even walk away.
Mm.
No, you gotta stand there and take that. And they were coming at me with it. So
Mhm.
it was good. So I didn't get to enter because I was the hailing champ to the third battle. So
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
get to enter until we have round 3, which is menage a trois.
Mhm.
So all three of us
So it's
get
like-
to go against each other. And then after that, we get an audience member. So those are the final two. So I was knocked out before the finals.
Do you have stuff prepared, or do you go up there?
Yeah.
You go off of being prepared, but you write something for everybody. I didn't know who I was going to end up going against to get back in. So Chandler Watson.
Yes,
is
Chandler
who I
Watson.
went against, and he is amazing, amazing. He sat there and sketched like a photo of the eyes, all while the show was going.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's awesome, but it was so cool, and so he was amazing to go against. I got through with him, and then
because you beat him,
yes,
right?
I beat
yeah.
him. Yes.
How you know you win?
Yeah, they
Because
do they do
Oh,
like
when
a
they
lot
check
of
it?
Yes, they
well,
check
they
it,
have like
plus the
different
judges
yeah.
and the crowd's reaction. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they
what,
do.
what
There's
if
a
somebody
lot.
says they love you? Like, I think I love you now.
Oh, we've had people get proposed to on stage at the last one.
How close is it to feeling real? Like how you're like, oh dang! Like,
I mean, you can differentiate because most people come with their person. And so you know not to take all of it off stage. Chandler is married, so that was easy to go ahead and get that out of my head.
Yeah.
But I'm telling him now, I wish I would have won. So when I went to Tulsa, because my crushes are in Tulsa. That's why I won't live there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I won't live there. So, yeah, if they ever get Zach Amon on there, oh, baby, I'm toast. I'm toast. I don't even like looking at him.
Yeah.
He's like, he's everything.
it's the mustache, isn't it?
It's gone.
He
He
shaved
nicked it,
it?
shaved
Did
it,
he really? Oh,
and had
wow.
to take everything off. So now it's just like the cleanest seat you ever seen. Oh, I love
Shout
it.
out Zach. Good luck, buddy.
Zach.
Good luck trying to dodge
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna get me that.
Mhm.
It's rodeo season. We get a hat.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Get them. I am.
We got a confession of love on the, on the pod.
Yes, and also I'll be on the confession with.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's actually I was telling Nick this because this episode will come out on the day of the show, this
Awesome.
Friday. So that's
The 20th.
comedic confessions with Cody Troutman. His
Cody
first
is
show.
amazing. He
So what's
is-
that one like?
Oh, so this one we are going to invite audience members, and there'll be a panel of other people that have went up
Yeah,
and said it.
comics.
And so you'll be able to confess your whatever you want, or even something that was weird to you.
Yeah, just
come
funny
and tell
stories.
us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we'll sidebar it and tell y'all our stuff. But we have to start off with our own stuff.
Yeah.
So I was
So-
like,
Are you preparing a story?
Yeah, I
oh,
was gonna say.
my life is so.
I'm
just-
sure you have a
I
lot
have
of.
plenty. I have plenty. I'm not shy to say I've made mistakes as a parent, as a daughter. I call them mistakes, but now they end up being the greatest stories I tell on stage.
Right.
But yeah, my thing about it is sometimes with my kids, I make them feel like, they're in charge. I always wanted them to let them know, even when adults are around, be respectful of adults, but let them know your comfort zone. So I should have, redacted that and let them know, not your teacher.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I have a son named Martez, and he told his teacher that he thinks that they're, what did he say? He just doesn't think that they work well together.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's like, this isn't working out for
Yeah.
me.
He's like, they don't
Sorry.
mesh good
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to
It's like,
fire
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't appreciate. No, hey mom, I just don't think we appreciate each other's work.
Yeah.
Well, she's at work. You're at school, so
Yeah. So, yeah.
But he has
That's
that
still a
type of
nice way of
attitude.
saying that, though.
I mean,
Yeah,
at
it is,
least,
right?
yeah.
Attitude with a little.
Yes. And then me and his principal, and I'm just laughing because she's stuck with him for the next few years. He's
Yeah.
only going to third grade this year.
Right.
So she's just looking at me, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, hey, babe, 3:15 is back to me. And you got to understand the things he says between that and 8 when I bring him back to you, okay? So we're both sitting there going, like, laughing. Sometimes I was picking my younger daughter up because I had to pick up elementaries, my pre-K before them. I don't know why they came up with that. That is crazy.
Pre-K.
Now I'm in your parking lot for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. But they did it like that, so I guess the littler kids didn't have to get trampled by the bigger kids.
Yeah.
But I'm like, doggy dog world, babe. Come on
Yeah,
now.
they're going to have to learn sometime.
Exactly. They don't even let them walk home from school. I remember walking by myself,
Yeah.
just tweedledee down
Yeah.
the street. But
I
hey,
don't know.
each their own.
Okay, maybe it's a little bit different.
I think people
I
are
mean,
snatching
these
kids
days.
more.
Yeah,
now, or
exactly.
at least it's being televised more. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Who knows?
I don't see any kids on milk cartons anymore, though.
Right.
Because they keep telling us on our phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, everybody went to almond milk, put it on their phones.
Yeah. We don't know what they're drinking anymore.
We don't know. We know we got that phone on them.
So how many kids do you have?
I have four. My
Four.
first one is my little tap baby, my teenage pregnancy.
Okay.
And he's awesome. I love him. His name's Anthony. I named him after his father. Shouldn't have done that. Mistake by the lake. Down by the lake. I should not have done that because now when I say his name and I'm mad at him, it reminds me of the times I used to scream his dad's name.
Oh, dang.
Like, Anthony! I'm like, ugh. So I started calling him Ray. So now he's going to go by Ray whether you like it or not. So Anthony's my oldest, 13. I had him. Actually, I got pregnant in Oklahoma City, but I had just moved back from Florida, so I could have had an exotic baby.
Oh,
like, you know,
yeah.
I had to share a baby daddy with nobody here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But I love him. He's very adventurous. He's done things that would surprise a lot of people because he's a basketball player, but he also acts.
Oh, nice. Very talented.
To run the family, then, I guess?
Yeah.
Entertainer, yeah.
The genes that but he's over 6 feet tall already, and he's only 13.
Wow.
Well, he'll be 14 in 2 weeks. But he's really tall, so now it's like, come here so we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like,
like, sit down.
And there's stuff that he teaches me, like, you know, you want that does not mean no, I don't need you to hand me something. It means someone wants to fight you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you need that?
Yeah. You want to, like, the way you say certain things.
Yeah. Do you need that? He's like, hey, Ma, you need that? I'm like, what is, like, so for weeks, I was going around the house, like, what is he talking about? Like, I didn't ask him for nothing. It means, do you want the smoke? Do you want a problem with me? Do you need that?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So I woke him up out of his sleep as soon as I came across that
yeah,
TikTok.
you found out what it means.
Because mama's hip now. Come on now. But
it's like
my one under him, he is 10. And the world is sunny and rainbow and sunshines. And anytime somebody's trying to be mean in my little marquise, oh, babe, I'm ready to tear the world down.
Yeah.
Okay? Because
he's the innocent one.
Oh, he's so innocent. The world literally, and I met him when he was 7 years old. He's adopted.
Okay.
I forget that a lot of times
Yeah.
because I like his daddy better. The state of Oklahoma. Baby, I got 3 baby daddies, what I tell people. The state.
Okay.
I like him to fall.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Yeah, the best one.
He's the best one. Happy Father's Day, state of
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
So
You're a good dad.
So you ended up adopting the.
I adopted 2, and I had 2 biological.
Oh, okay.
So it's like bam, biologic adopted. So
Oh, nice.
sprinkle mixed it in there. But I got
great.
my little girl through adoption, and she keeps me on my toes. So I already told y'all about Martez. He's over Demaya. Demaya is my youngest. I'm telling y'all, that little girl just. Oh, she's such a girl's girl. Like, sometimes, like, if we go to the little water splash pad and she got to throw on, like, shorts and a T-shirt, because, you know, people are weird. Watch out for that. She's not having it. She's like, I got this strawberry swimsuit.
Yeah.
And the world's going to see it. You know what? You're allergic to strawberries. So that's why I put you on the killer, okay? But yeah, she is a girl's toes, nails painted.
Yeah.
Totally opposite of what I grew up as. So I'm like, babe, this tea party can only last so long.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're not building a township here, okay? But anyway, move the bear over here because it's throwing off the table feng shui. So I'm gonna get into it, but I don't want to really do it.
Yeah.
I much rather like wrestling with the kids.
Yeah.
I'm strong.
Yeah.
These little teachers ain't gonna hold mama. Now when I break your chair and you're mad at me, that's not my fault. I told you I didn't want to come do this. But all 4 of them, that's my little bunch. They keep me going all the time.
How do you find time? How do you get?
Yeah, with
I
work
work at
and
night. I started working at night before I even had all these kids because I felt like that was the best way to still be able to get you off to school, get my sleep, be there to get you when you get off.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah,
working
it's kind
nights
of
is a good thing for me. So that's how I handle finance. That's how I work. Then with the kids, school is out, so I call them the other people, or for my adopted kids, the OPP, the other person's pussy. Go over there, and for my young men, my sons, I skedaddle them to their dads when they're around. It's not all on me, and I had to realize that before I had a mental breakdown. Like, it's not all on you.
Yeah,
if you don't
have
like
to.
the baby daddy, you like his mama. Go drop them kids off at his mama house. If he pick them up from there, it's not on you.
Yeah.
You've done your part. I've made it way too hard for myself, especially when I had 2 more kids to the plate. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
One of me, 4 of y'all zoo trips is out the book. Like, even with the oldest 13-year-old, he will find any way to leave the group.
Yeah.
He just
walk off.
Oh, baby.
He
He don't want to be seen with these kids. He wants to go on a cruise with just me and him. I don't want to be seen with you anymore. Like, I'm still single.
He wants to hang out with you, though?
No.
Yeah.
Because when I wanted to hang out with you,
Yeah.
you realize you had to wait until you realize that hanging out with your friends and they're broke. You need money to really enjoy a good time these days. You want to go to urban air and all of that, baby, that costs money. And your friends ain't paying. So he likes to hang out with Big Mama when the bag is good.
Yeah.
So we go outside and do our little stuff. I do like taking all of them to CC's between 2 and 4 in the summertime because you save money.
Yeah.
And they can feel like they went outside. It's like
it's like
$4.
something they can
It's
do.
like,
It's
cheap.
cheaper.
Yes, when it's 4 of them, you got to make.
Yeah, you gotta find the ways to
Yes.
save money for sure.
Yeah, and then I do teach, like, my kids, should not be secrets, but they know, if I just grab one of them and say we got a dentist appointment that day and it's just one, we might go do
then
something
you can
little
do
special.
something.
Now, it works out with all my boys, but my little girl, we went to Cheddar's. We ate.
She confesses.
She tells me as soon as we get back. Or she'll make sure she keeps a token. Like, one time she pulled a fry out of her pocket on him. Like, where'd I get this from? Like, oh, you a snitch.
Because, she's...
Is that Burger King?
Yes, this is BK. She's like, I had it my way.
It's probably tougher. She's the only girl out of the three. Yeah.
And she's always saying, they're being mean to me. They're being mean to me. No, they're not going to let you win on the game.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. Boys don't care.
I take my kids, like, I'll take one out. Every year during school and just take them out and be like, oh, we're going to go do something fun. We're ditching school today. But that means I get 3 days off.
Yeah.
Guaranteed a year, But I'll take him out. I take my son to go. We go eat good. That's our thing. We go eat real good. So we'll go to Ted's and tear it down. And then, but my daughter, she wants to go eat at McDonald's and go run around a park. Yeah. And my middle daughter just wants to watch TV and knit. Like, that's where she's at. She's like crocheting.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna make a sweater, and then she gives up on it and then moves to the next thing. So she's got
maybe a hat.
Start small.
Yeah.
Just get a little baby hat.
Little scarf.
But they just you find different ways to connect with them. I guess.
Yeah, I guess they're all very different too.
So doing all that and comedy, you said you have a tough time getting out to mics, but how do you write and develop your stuff?
When I'm up in the morning before after a shift, I'll write before I lay down. I try to keep it to a 10-minute, but if it's flowing, it's going.
Yeah.
Some days I feel like, who wrote this? This does not make any sense. So those are the days I realize I've probably been working a little too hard.
Do you do that like every night,
It depends on whenever I'm about to lay down. If it's
Right.
the morning before.
I mean, but like every day you're
Every
writing.
day I'm gonna get my writing in.
But that's good.
It's either sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
But still, the consistency is really important, I think,
just getting it out.
Because even if you have 3 days you wrote really good stuff, and then other two are okay, it's like, well, you got those.
And then my other thing is I still like going to comedy shows.
Yeah.
I love going to comedy shows. Like tonight, I'm going to Ice Event Center because they're closing.
That's what I heard,
so they're having a farewell comedy show tonight.
Oh, nice.
So I will be there to support. I love it. June 1st, I had a show there. Georgina sold out the event center. Roy, Glenn, everybody, Mac O, everybody did amazing. So I cannot wait for it tonight. I know they're going to be great. I'm so geeked and excited. That's why I'm like, I love comedy for exactly what it is. Finding people that express something and they say it in a way that you can actually laugh about it. My little clip that I always like to say is, comedy is tragedy I learned to laugh at. That's all it is.
Right.
That's all most of my comedy is. Like, I'll throw little bits of little funny stuff in there, but things should be taken a little bit more lighthearted, I do feel, because everybody's going through something. So I won't look at my life and look at back, oh, it's horrible. So instead of them looking at ICE like, oh, it's closing, shut the doors, it's over. They're like, okay, let's have a little farewell, laugh, and smile for the years they gave underprivileged community at one place to go for so long.
Yeah. Where's that at?
It's on Northeast 36 in Kelly.
Yeah, it's like down the street from.
Or class.
We went to we graduated from Northeast.
Long time ago.
Yeah, 2005. So it's like it used to be Northeast Academy. It was kind of a very very kind of prestigious, I guess, like for science and engineering for whatever reason, and has nothing to do with what we're doing now.
Engineering?
I snuck
Yeah.
my way.
Come on, give yourself credit.
But yeah, it was a
I
great
know about
school.
Northeast.
Yeah.
I got accepted before my mom decided to uproot our whole family and move to Florida.
Okay.
So,
Interesting. Yeah.
I went to Dewey Elementary on the east side.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I had to apply for there, and I applied for, I think Dove was a thing back in the day or something.
Yeah.
Southeast was doing it too.
Yeah. So I applied
there
for
was-
all of those. I got in, and then my mom came and was like, "Hey, y'all, we're moving to Ocala, Florida."
Huh.
Like, I've heard of Miami,
Yeah,
Tampa,
right.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. I've heard of a lot of places. I've never heard of Ocala.
Mhm.
Are they on the commercial? They were not.
Was it? Is it even on the coast? Where is it at?
No, it's
Yeah.
Plum, in the middle of, like, you
Yeah.
got Tampa's like 2 hours this way.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's 3 hours up. We were in the middle. No, nothing. There was,
Yeah.
I expected
Just swamp.
beach. I expected things.
Just humidity.
When I got there and we got off the bus and got to our hotel, because we literally moved out there with nothing to our names. We're in plastic trash bags. But my mama a hustler, baby. We wasn't there too long, okay?
Yeah.
She went to that day, little center job places, and she had this big old leaf blower on her back, and she was blowing leaves and clearing the streets of Florida.
Yeah.
Because that's what she had to do to get us out of the hotel into a home. And
What
she did it.
inspired the move?
My mom has a she doesn't have any roots. She grew up in Oklahoma, foster kid.
Just always moving.
So wasn't adopted. She had my sister at 13 years old. So she didn't have any roots here.
Oh wow.
And then my dad passed away shortly after I was born. So there wasn't a link to keep us with my dad's people either. So she just wanted to go create something where
find
we
her
weren't
own
under a
path.
microscope. Like,
Right.
you have a million people coming in over at the house off my dad's side, like, oh, you need to be doing this or doing
Yeah,
this.
trying to control.
How about I do this? And we got on a Greyhound and we left. And I remember getting to Florida and my big sister Mo cried because we got there and we were in a hotel room. But when my mom first moved us to our first place in Florida, my sister cried because we got there and it was like a shack made of nothing but cement bricks. Like, I'm talking about ground to top cement bricks. This how they build them down there. But I'm like, this is landlocked. So what do y'all really? Not landlocked. I guess it's all of Florida.
Right.
But so they made it like this. So I was like, oh wow, this is different. Like, I grew up in Oklahoma City, where on the east side, the worst you can do is a Randy house, which is a slumlord. Back in the 90s, his name was Randy. He ended up getting sued out of business. Yeah, but he was a slumlord. So any bad house you get in, we would call a Randy house.
Interesting.
The landlord Randy.
He got a reputation.
He got a reputation. But he's gonna pull up in this white rinky-dink van, and he's gonna rig it to work for a little bit.
Right.
So I had never experienced. I experienced floors, like wood floors. This was cement, brick. Every part of this house was. I said, she moved us into jail.
Yeah.
She put us in a cell. And then my sister that passed away, R.I.P. Narky, I love you. She was at this time going through her golf stage. So my mom told us we could do whatever we wanted to our room. So we're already in cement blocks, and she decides to paint the whole room, floor to ceiling, black.
Oh wow!
So now it seems smaller, because you're not supposed to do dark colors in a little space. Oh, but we had the greatest time in that little bitty shack. So it was fun. That's how we made it to Florida, my mama. And then, but like I said, she was a hustler, so the story don't end bad.
Yeah,
she got with a cleaning crew from that job. She worked her butt off. From the cleaning crew all the way up to managing the apartments.
Oh wow!
So then we got to leave out of Ocala. We went to Gainesville. I loved Gainesville. I went to Fort Clark Middle School, and that was where I became me. I got bullied for a little bit. And then these titties popped up. Once the titties came in, I was good to go. I was rolling. I was cooking with gas.
Wow, that's different. My experience was my titties popped out. I got more. I got more of the flack after that, man.
See, you didn't show them.
I didn't show them.
You're right. Like middle school, I got boobs, and most people thought, like when my teacher told everybody to dress presentable, and like they were going out on a date, but then she looked over at me and was like, "Not how Sandra dresses to go on a date." Everybody thought I would get offended. They were like, "Are you gonna tell your mom? What are you gonna do?" She basically called you a premature prostitute.
Yeah.
And I was like, I took it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, don't look like me. You know,
Yeah.
don't dare to emulate the queen. That's what she told. What I heard. Remember, I see positive things in my mind. I only see the positives. So
Right. That's good.
I've been dressing provocative. I've never seen a way to like put on clothes. It was Florida. It was hot.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not
like-
finna be in clothes all the time. It's Oklahoma. It's barely hot here, and I don't like clothes.
Yeah, so that's
So,
naturally. You
it's
just like, hey, I'm wearing what I want to wear.
It's me, and I've been that way for a very long time. So after we left Florida, my sister that passed away was having a lot of seizures, and the healthcare down there wasn't gonna work. So we had to come back here to Oklahoma to get on the Oklahoma Sooner Care. Because my mom was working her butt off. She was hustling, making good money. But unfortunately, it still wasn't enough. Like half of a script of pills was $300.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't even get the full prescriptions. But we got back here. Life was going good. Everybody's living, doing well. So then my sister ended up passing away because she aged out of the Oklahoma like government stuff.
Oh yeah.
And she had a job, but it didn't cover like all her meds. So there was a church on the south side, like Southside Hope. Thank y'all. You know, wonderful. They were helping with her meds for a long time, and then their funding fell out. So she didn't have her medication, and she had epilepsy. So she had a seizure and unfortunately passed away. So I am big on helping other people all the time because it was people helping my sister. The reason why she got 21 years on this earth, you know. So
just because of other people.
Other people contributing
They
that.
help each
So
other. Yeah.
that's why I say people talk about Oklahoma all they want, baby. That healthcare.
Yeah.
We
is.
got healthcare.
Well, Sooner Care is that's a big boon for my kids are on Sooner Care.
Yeah.
I love it.
And they raised the parameters now too, so where more people can get on it.
We needed that.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was what keeps people alive, and it tells. And I love the Sooner Care. Like people be like, "Well, I gotta take my kid all the time." Those checkups, those things that just. They're telling you, and they reward you. They give you like $25 for taking your kid to get a checkup. Like
So
you
usually,
can't beat that.
it's the opposite. You have to
can't-
pay
you gotta
it.
pay. So it's little
Yeah.
stuff, but they find different things. Like my nephew, he got into a horrible car accident, and they found something on his spine. And just because all of the stuff from the accident had been done, they're like, okay, everything's good. We're good. But it was going to one of his healthcare checkups. And just looking at his back, they were like, oh, so they found something. They wouldn't have detected that without the requirements. You want to keep this healthcare? You better show up to these healthcare
That's
appointments.
what's good about it, I think, is
I
because,
love it.
they want to, I think the purpose seems like it's because they want to make sure that the kids are healthy throughout their life and they catch something.
The Smart Start, the Oklahoma, like the child checkups. Those are smart things to have, and I love Oklahoma for it. I will not argue with nobody. I stopped arguing with Sten online. I don't even argue with him no more. He's got a garden. He don't want our kids taken out of the schools. I said, oh, baby, you are shocking me. You know what? I'm gonna lay off. I'm gonna lay off. I said, I don't know who didn't talk to that man, but I have seen growth. He used to be hanging out at bars with kids. Okay, that man has grown up. And I said, I'm actually might be living in a state with a governor. I'm shocked, y'all.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know who's growing up, me or him. Do I care more about money now? Am I leaning towards the little Republican side? I care about my coins.
The conservative.
I don't know, but I do appreciate the words that he is telling people like, hey, Oklahoma, we know we're a hotbed for a lot of stuff going on right now. But if the fact that he's like, our economy runs from all of us.
Yeah, I think.
Boy, you better preach. Who you been talking to?
There's definitely something about, like you were saying about Florida, it's like Oklahoma, as much as if you live here, it's like, oh, it's not the greatest place, but it's definitely not the worst place.
No,
it's not the
it's
worst place.
not, baby.
Yeah.
And I love my Oklahoma people because it's not, baby. I know why somebody don't like me here in Oklahoma. I can see it by your by the little stickers on your car.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
I know, I'm not gonna park too close.
Right.
Over here. I want to move over here, but I don't get spit in my food type racism.
Right.
And oh baby, I've been traveling and I learned I don't think going north is always the smart thing to do. I went to a little town and it just made me feel like a pit of my stomach not wanted. And I was like, like,
damn.
because it's me. I'm like, I'm nice. I'm friendly. I would
Yeah,
never enter
it's-
anybody's business or establishment with any
Mhm.
type of, mood. I'm
But
here to
yeah.
give you my money.
But people
So,
look
yeah.
at you and just automatically make an assumption
I
or
went
whatever.
to a bar in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and it's called The Score.
Mhm.
And from the moment I walked in, that lady zoned in on
Yeah.
me. I'd already shown my ID at the door. She came back over to my table, wanted my ID again. She accused me of smelling like marijuana, which I do smoke, baby. And I smoke good.
Yeah.
But I'm in a rental car and I can't smoke right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Okay,
So you
I
weren't.
know I don't smoke. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a crazy thing because I'm looking over and I got a nose. I'm smelling where it's coming from. She could have followed her nose like Toucan Sam over to the Caucasian couple next to me
Right.
too, but she decided not to.
Right.
But they ended up leaving. But I got put out. Long
Yeah.
story short, I got put out. She didn't even want me to finish my beer. But I'm like, babe, I'm finishing my beer. Okay, now. So I finished my beer. She's like, I will call the police on you.
Oh my God.
I just handed you my money.
Yeah.
This $6 Budweiser is gonna get
Yeah,
drained,
right.
so
Yeah.
you can call them. I said, so you're gonna call the police for me smelling like something that is legal in this state?
Mhm.
I said, I don't even smell like it. But by the time I got to my car, I had my little cry fest because racism makes me cry.
Mhm.
It still does. It hits me to my core because I'm so nice. I didn't give you no reason to come over there messing with me except for this wasn't the tone you wanted right now.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So I went outside. The lady who was smoking came and talked to me. Even the bartender came and she was like, I can give you your money back. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Because then I stole. That's how I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, looking for a reason. But I gathered myself, and at this point, yes, I did grab something, and I smoked right there on the
Yeah.
front of her establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
go
you need to
ahead.
calm down.
Yeah, go ahead. I needed to calm down before I got back in these people's rental car.
You said it was legal there.
It's in Kansas City, Missouri. It's legal. Kansas City, Kansas. You can't.
That's yeah, and it's the same
weird.
city too.
It's weird.
It's so weird,
It
huh?
is weird. But I ended up going to a nice little place called the Old Folks House. Old Folks in Kansas, Missouri. Yep. So it's literally the size of a house, and it's yellow. But there were like at least 1,000 people there. And I'm like, what is happening? So after getting out and being nosy and telling people what had happened, they're like, yeah, why you think everybody's here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
really?
you go where you're wanted
That's-
when you're in Missouri.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang.
Yeah,
So you just saw it. You were like, "Hey, this looks fun."
This looks fun.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just like going.
Is that how you are? You just show,
I
"Hey, I'm
was
about
just-
to be here."
This looks fun.
Yeah.
And I went over there. Of course, I saw black people, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
baby. I said, oh, yeah. But I got up in there. We had a great time that night. It was like 1,000 people outside.
Yeah.
And I love
packed.
going live on like any little apps, all these little apps.
Oh,
So, like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
just go live. Not my Instagram and stuff like that.
Right.
Because, like I said, I like to drink. And Instagram will ban you.
Oh,
and so will
really?
TikTok.
Yeah.
For drinking?
Yes.
Or for showing drinking?
For showing drinking.
Huh.
And then I smoke. Like I
Yeah.
whispered in into the mic, I smoke.
Yeah.
So if I'm out having a good time, not in comedy mode, of course I'm different. So I wanted to be able to get live on those apps, and they were telling me like, it's cool that you're out here enjoying yourself, and the little even online community was cool. But finding that little spot, amazing, amazing.
Nice. And you said it's called Old Folks?
The Old Folks.
The Old
Yeah,
Folks.
that's
sweet,
great.
too.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
what I've
I'm
heard.
so
Is like Kansas City I've been there a few times. We went there for the Comic-Con.
Your brother lives there.
Yeah,
right?
my brother lives there. It's a pretty nice town, but it's like I've heard lots of things. There's like great and then really bad things about it too. I think it's
I said it's traveling, but
Yeah.
every time people come to Oklahoma, they're like, should I not go through Tulsa? I'm like, I lived there for 3 years. I'm back in Oklahoma
Yeah.
City. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. That's my little mysterious piece.
But yeah.
But,
Now you got to move again.
I got to move. But that was, Tulsa has its own little rap,
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
It's the same,
The comedy
similar,
scene
yeah.
there is so welcoming, like so. Everybody just wants to be there and have a
Yeah.
good time. So I know they get their little drama, their little spiel, but
Mhm.
it ain't bad.
Well, what's the biggest difference between here and Tulsa? I mean, as far as comedy scene goes.
Mics. We have,
Yeah.
I think there's one almost every day of the week in Tulsa.
Mhm.
Like you can, and multiples on some nights. And then here, I think we have a lot more. Brandon Killebrew
Yeah.
is killing it with the mics right now. So
Mhm.
We
definitely
got 2 on
yeah.
Monday now.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it's.
It's starting to, but I feel like
Well, let me
here.
stop. I'm being biased because I think it's the same number of mics
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I
But-
think I just like Tulsa more because
but-
when I walk in, they're like, Lynn!
Yeah, I think the difference is like all their mics. There's like it's a smaller like they're all downtown. I think.
Oh yeah, you can.
It's like here they're all over. It's like 30 minutes from one mic to the other.
Yeah.
So
more than go to Edmond.
yeah.
And I think I've been hurt here. I threw my hat into the open mic game here.
Yeah.
And didn't get the pull
Yeah,
back.
I think
So I'm like,
you gotta
it's
find the ones
easier
that
to-
you vibe with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
It's
come out to
easy.
mine.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you.
Everybody is going to have. I think the mics works out a lot better because, like when you said Fairweather Friends,
Yeah.
that's the one I went here and it was one of my
Yeah.
favorite mics to go
Mhm.
to. One, because I could bring my oldest. It was like a pizza place.
Yeah, it
was
wasn't like a
cool.
bar, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he got to see I'm the cool kid for a little
Yeah.
bit. And then Caleb and them darn keys. It was
Yeah.
the keys. Like, what is all this go to? Yes, he has
He's got all his keys
like
on his.
a whole bunch of keys. I want to know. That man has like the world's most interesting man, Doseki
Yeah.
kind of guy. Like, why do you
Yeah.
have all these
Yeah.
keys and what do they go to?
Mhm.
And if somebody says that a man with multiple storages is doing something bad, I might have to tell people. Because those look like storage keys. Those aren't
Right.
house keys. And I'm nosy. Please
Mhm.
tell me what the keys go to.
These all say master on.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What's going on? But his keys,
Yeah.
that was one of the Fairweather Friends.
Mhm.
And hearing them go up to the mic
Yeah,
every time.
every time.
It was like, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely. That was my favorite mic. I remember that was one of the first mics I started going to regularly because they would have a lot of musicians too. Which I'm a musician, so I'm always looking for that type of. I like both, obviously, but yeah, I was sad to see that one close. But I know the Martin Dupross has been. Did you ever go out make it out to their
Ships and Dock.
Yeah, the Sailing in the
love-
Dock one.
I love that.
I remember
one.
you being out there, and then now they're doing one on Fridays, like once a month, I think.
I'm
But
definitely
yeah,
gonna go
there's.
see theirs. I
Yeah.
need to go to. There's one in Tulsa. I think you only get 24 seconds. Or something.
What?
24 seconds. That's it.
On the mic?
On the mic.
What the heck?
Dang, what are you going to say on 24
Yeah,
seconds?
I
like
don't
one
know.
little.
And then you're gone?
And then I'm like, and I think it's like the crowd does something. It's a reaction show.
So you get more time if they're
I'm not-
like
I think it keeps going.
maybe.
I'm gonna
Huh?
go figure that out and let
Yeah,
y'all know.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
It's
I haven't
Lacey
heard of that.
Rains,
Okay.
and it's at the Rabbit Hole. 24
Yeah.
seconds.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, I hadn't heard that, but
Once
yeah.
again, another one downtown. The-
Uh-huh.
You might have to have you call in, check in with us.
Hey, y'all,
I'm
I'm
at
going
the
up.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm off.
Best show
over.
ever.
Man,
Yeah.
That'd be
they're
funny.
quick with it.
So how do you
Sure.
prepare when you go up to a mic? Before you go out that night, what are you thinking?
Before it just I breathe a lot because as y'all see, I talk fast.
Yeah,
Talk
you have to
really,
kind of
really
slow yourself
fast.
down.
So when I'm on the stage, I have to remember everybody's not around me all the time,
Mhm.
so they don't know that I'm not having a medical emergency. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
Sometimes I gotta catch my breath, like, ooh, okay,
Mhm.
slow it down. And especially before when I still get the stomach butterflies.
Uh-huh.
Oh, do you?
And
Okay.
it doesn't matter how big or small the mic is,
Hmm.
the crowd. I'm nervous to be up there
Mhm.
giving y'all what I got, and the opportunity for y'all to just like, nah. Oh
Yeah.
no, you ain't gonna meh me, you know. So it's like it's a challenge. Every mic is different, completely different.
Right.
I love it, and that's why I go to the open mics like their shows because I need that. I need that. And then sometimes these mics turn into shows, which happen
Right.
a lot for me.
Mhm.
Most of the time, I'm like, hey, I saw you at this mic, and now I want to do something like this Juneteenth, June 19th at my
Yeah.
mama's house. Not my mama house, the business, my mama house in Tulsa.
They're
is
doing a
going to
show out there.
Yeah, and it's going to be from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. We have like,
Oh, wow.
I think it's like 24 people on there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. So it spins into this crazy little world of things that I didn't imagine we could do this a year ago.
Yeah.
Like 24 people
Get-
who's sitting through that a year ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like our little time for comedy is getting bigger and bigger.
Mhm.
So I'm making more space for it.
Mhm.
I'm noticing I'm coming up in the ranks and I'm being grateful for everything.
Yeah.
I'm the last person to perform. I'm headlining my own show July 11th at the Double O Bar
Oh,
in
okay.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Cool.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So you're
I'm
doing like a
so-
full like 30 minutes. Yeah. Had you ever done that long?
Yes, Miss Trees. I headlining Under the Stars for her
Okay.
at the Wampa Theater in Tulsa,
Mhm.
and I did. Oh, amazing! I love having that much time
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, it's like a 6-course meal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him this little bit to nibble on, and
Mm-hmm.
then we're gonna eat over here. Oh, don't take that away, because we're gonna come eat
Yeah, you
back on.
can
You know,
just kind of spread everything
spread
out.
the love
And
out.
yeah.
So I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah.
And I got to pick a lot of the people. I've never, well, even producing my own show before, I didn't really like pick my own people. I was like, okay, who do you know? It was,
Yeah.
I was more concerned about who can bring people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you know a bringer? Do you know a bringer? Because it was my show. I wanted
Yeah.
tickets. Now I'm like, that's on Hugo. Hugo Willie, you sell them tickets.
Mm-hmm.
The people
so you
gonna be
can,
there,
yeah,
and I'm
then
focusing on my
you-
30.
And you chose the performers yourself and
Yes,
got
I
to
did.
pick who you wanted.
Because these are people that, just like when Hugo Willie, I started doing comedy, and Hugo Willie, I used to do shows for him. I've been on, he does Raw and Uncut out of Tulsa. I think this is like the 18th one. I've been on almost every last one of them, because I'm always good with who's working with me.
Yeah.
And then I can tell y'all this
Boy.
publicly. Me and Hugo, we went back and forth, and I told him my new price. Ever since, the business went up, the price went up. So he was like, we went ahead and talked about it. I ain't got it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll spin back around.
Yeah.
So then I performed as just a guest spot on one of the shows that he had. And then the crowd's reaction was like, all right. Even the owners of the bar were like, all right, we need that. We need 30 minutes of that. And I was
That's
like, all
great.
right, Hugo, now it's time. We got it. I told you, one day you're going to pay me what I'm owed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's time to pay the piper back.
Yeah,
But he
that's
is a
great.
smart man. He knows when we're making good business. He knows when you put Lynn K on there, not only am I showing up, I'm bringing everything I got with me. I'm going to
Mhm.
produce, I'm going to promote. Not this time, because you got it. You got the
Yeah.
crowd. The bar itself already has its own
Yeah.
natural crowd.
So yeah, you don't have to worry
So
too
he don't
much.
have to. And that's why. And I always say he's in the in crowd of Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
He's with the in. He's with the cool kids. So I'm just trying to, ride a little coattail, get where I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I adore him. He's a great comedian himself. He does a lot of different, I feel like, dad modes. Because
Yeah.
a dad plays multiple modes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can cool dad 1 minute, then you got to be strict dad.
Mhm.
So when he's on the stage, we get to see him in his element, having
Mhm.
fun. But then when he's in producer mode, he like, own it.
Mhm.
And we own it.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Business.
That's how I like to be. For sure. Yeah, but then Liz is really in charge. So
Of course. That's smart, man.
We are now taking donations to help support Rhythm and Wit. It's called buymeacoffee.com/rhythm and wit. And that is where you can go and just donate any number, any amount. I think that what they do is it's called Buy Me a Coffee. You can buy us 1 cup of coffee. Costs $5, so you can just donate $5, and that will maybe buy one of us a coffee.
yeah,
So
we'll sip on it together.
We'll split it. So you can do that, or you can buy us 10 cups of coffee if you wanted to. So I mean, that's like a $50 donation, and then that's all goes there. You can leave us a message on there, and if you do leave us a message, we will certainly read it on the air. And thank you for your support. And any of the money that we take from Buy Me a Coffee or any donations at all, we are going to use to put back in the show, whether it's buying new equipment, maybe some mics or cameras or lights or anything like that, or maybe even promoting and just trying to grow the audience, because that's something that I'd like to get into is, buying some ads and things like that to try to grow our audience that way.
Absolutely.
And of course, that costs money, so we would love it if you could support us. If you have the means, please go to buymeacoffee.com/rhythm wit. Rhythm and Wit.
So when you're booking shows, are you reaching out to people, or more people just coming to you after they see you?
When I went to the festival in Memphis, they gave me these tools to use. So it was Gig Salad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap. Hold on. Let me
Gig
write this down.
Salad.
Gig salad.
And people will reach out to you. They'll tell you
Yeah.
all different type of stuff they need. And I put like hosting, all this stuff on there. Like any
Right.
other resume. Boost it up.
'Cause it's similar.
Bump it up.
It's funny you mentioned that. I got into. I'm a photographer, so but I've been trying to build my own photography business. I use Thumbtack a lot, which is like you told me about Thumbtack a long time ago. But Gig Salad is a lot like that. I'm on there for photography as well. I think I get some hits off of it, but I've never gotten hired off of it. But that's interesting. They have like entertainers on there too.
Yes, my only thing is it's the app interfaces with the customer, and we just deal with emails and have to log in.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll have an opportunity sitting there for like a day.
Yeah.
I just didn't check my email.
Right.
So I'm like,
Yeah, and you have to be quick on those too.
When they message you, they probably messaged OKC comedian ... Sent it out.
Right.
So you got to be fast with them. But I'm quick with it normally.
So have you gotten a lot of gigs off of it?
Yeah,
or
well, 2 that deposits are paid. Those are the ones I count.
Nice. Yeah, exactly.
I count deposits.
So those are coming up
Those
still.
are coming up.
Yeah.
One is in 2026.
Okay.
An officer is retiring. Not too many details, but out of state. And so I've been called in to do an X-rated show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And not R-rated. I ain't pulling out no titties, but I'm talking about it. So
yeah.
I told him I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm loving that I get to be a part of it because it mishes into things. Man, I love in uniform and getting to tell nasty jokes. Take it. So I'm thinking when I talk to the person, it's more like kind of set up like the Moist battle. They don't want him roasted.
Right.
They kind of want him toasted. So,
yeah.
Okay.
And I believe someone did a toast. Was it Supreme? No. Viv, there was one of the ladies. She did a toast at the Ugly Flamingo instead of a roast.
Oh, yeah. That was it Anna? No. What was that? I remember that.
It was like a honey roast.
Yeah,
that
I
was
remember that.
I liked it. So I was like, that was, so I'm kind of giving
Similar.
them like that. So I was like, I'm prepared.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I like that too because the roast battles are very popular. Everyone likes to see because I think the audience likes to go see comics just rip into each other. But yeah, it's like not always the best thing. I think even like you were saying for the relationships for those comics.
How have you seen it? How have you seen it negatively affect the community?
When people walk off that stage, they don't know how to just shake it off and move on to the next one. And I realized that because it was me, I couldn't shake it off. I was literally looking at Brian Bizjack upside his head, like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, it was a roast battle. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He does not feel this way about you.
It's hard to
know you.
It's hard to separate
but
those.
It was so hard for me to get off there and separate. And I was like, in normal places, they don't let coworkers talk because of workplace incidents.
Yeah.
And now we're all out here just going at it. I'm okay.
I think it's.
I'm all right.
You have to like you need that.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
He is, but yes. But then I realized Brian Bizjack is a smart guy. He's not a teacher. I got bad information from my roast battle. I thought he was a teacher. He's like a money management guy, and he knows a lot about money. So I could have got him for like corporate greed, Big Daddy Bang. I could have done all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got me. He got me good. Called me like a Tulsa welfare queen.
Oh, damn.
Like hits hard,
They won't let me on half of it. I'm telling y'all. The little bit I do get, I am appreciative for. I do have like a thing. I'll go. Give me the numbers. Give me the numbers and let me know the bare requirement before you stop taking my little help. Okay. And then we're good right there. That's where we at. Oh baby, I didn't play them numbers so good. They finally gave me food stamps. Y'all know the card ain't brown no more. It's green. That's how long it's been. That's how long it's been. They've changed the color now. The card looks like a real bank card.
Like a normal card, I
got in the mail. I said, when did I apply for Oklahoma Bank? It's not. It's got them good foods on it. But yeah, I slid in there during that little time they were doing like the EBT for the summertime break stuff when the kids were off during COVID. And I was like, you know what? Maybe they'll let me. And they did. I'm skating on ever since. Like, I do appreciate it for what it is, but the grocery stores are awfully packed on EBT days. So I go in there and just wait. I'll wait and shop with the other folks. So I don't want to be arguing over Lunchables with you. And I used to do that Walmart order stuff until they started stealing benefits off the card. It was on the news. It was big for months. They're still doing it because all of the food stamp cards start with the same 3 sets. So what is that? 4, 4, 4. Almost the whole card has the same numbers. So when the hackers hack it, they only need to figure out the last couple of digits, and then the PIN you could just. So we had people stealing it from New York and all different places. I got my benefits stolen twice. Excuse me, sorry. it's a heartbreaking moment when somebody takes what's free to you.
Uh-huh.
Hold on now. So instead of getting my little benefits, I actually had to really buy food for them 2 months straight. And I said,
yeah.
they're not lying. I do deserve these.
Yeah.
I couldn't
You
make it
can't-
on
yeah,
my
for
own.
sure.
No.
Yeah,
Even
it's
going
like,
to work, these kids are expensive.
yeah.
And then my son loves the Y membership, but he's not a baby anymore.
Mhm.
So now you got to pay the full $28
Yeah.
on every first. And I'm
Is
like,
that for the whole family?
no, that's just for
Just
him.
for one.
That's just for him.
Just for him.
You guys didn't do
Mhm.
that. Well, we do the little where you can sign
Family
up. And,
pass.
yeah, we do the family one, and then you can ask them for the paperwork, and then you can fill it out, and then they'll help you pay for it.
Oh, thank you.
Because I ran into that with
Yeah.
I
that.
appreciate that
Yeah.
because I got more kids that would love to go.
Yeah.
I think he probably didn't tell me that on
Yeah.
purpose because he didn't
doesn't
want to
wanna.
take them
You
kids
don't
with
take
him.
'em?
Yeah.
That's how my son is.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, they can't. Actually, they don't even allow kids no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, what
Like-
about this little daycare? No, that's not real.
It's a play daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, he is not the best. Like take him outside and play Big Brother. So that would be cool to be able to go to the Y. And I think the Y by us has a pool.
Yeah.
I can't swim, so I don't know what that means for me. But I can at least put on a bathing suit and look cute.
Well, the best part is you can go anywhere. Like you go,
Yeah,
you're
to
in
all the
Edmond or
different
whatever. You
ones.
can just go hang out. Yeah, you go to Mitch Park in Edmond. That one's the best one. They got like water slides and stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's
these
all
Yeah.
connected.
I'm getting on that. I'm glad we did
Yeah,
this
they got a
early
little
today.
lazy river.
We get on
and
that hot tooth sweetie.
Yeah.
Wait till that Monday. Then. But
They
yes,
used
we
to have
a lot.
the saunas and everything, but they stopped doing those.
Oh.
And the hot tub. You don't remember the hot tub downtown? Did you ever go that one?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I remember one year I got so excited because they told us they're like, we got a beach downtown Oklahoma City. I was like, oh my
Oh, I
god,
think I
I'm
remember
so
that.
excited. And y'all remember it was like a volleyball
Yeah,
thing.
it was like some
and
sand.
Some sand. I was like, okay, now I thought
Yeah.
they had, took down a little part of the little river. For
Yeah,
us.
just some kind of
Yeah.
water or something. Yeah.
Well, that'd be real good if there weren't cats.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't see how Tulsa gets away with the gathering place because
Mm.
it's so big. If you've never been, please go. Free all the time. I love it. And you can go feed the little koi fish. They're all in there in the pond.
Yeah.
They have catfish. Like I guess people can't fish
Yeah.
there. So I'm like, where all this food? Like, come on. Now. So like, I know the homeless people got to be coming to get this catfish.
Yeah.
It would make no sense. Like somebody could tell you don't do it, but if it's
Yeah.
swimming right here, and I could just come
Yeah,
on,
that's
it
for
only
sure.
makes sense. It only makes sense.
Mm.
So there, I would love for everybody to start running up there to that one.
Mhm.
So their gathering place actually has a little beach. But what shocked me was kids actually swim in it.
Hmm.
The
Oh, do they
same
really?
place where we feed these fish. I'm like, my brain is so
Yeah.
messed up. I'm like, what if I bought a whole bunch of fish food
Yeah.
and just went and dumped it over there by the kids so all the fish would swim over there? Just horrible stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh God, I wish I had money.
Ginger
Yeah.
Moana.
Yeah. Oh, since you want to be over here with the fishes,
Mhm.
let me bring them to you. But yes, and then there's a sign that says, "Don't go past this point."
Yeah.
Kids don't care. They're
Oh,
all
yeah.
in there. I'm like, this is the same place when it opened up. You could ride your little canoe down here.
Mhm.
So it was cool. But I think I might actually do that if I get this YouTube channel going and popping. I might be a prankster. My kids think I play too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a serious mom at all. When I do have to get serious, they're looking at me like, "Oh, give her 5 minutes. She'll be back. She'll be back."
Yeah. Well, speaking on that, because you said something on YouTube, but I noticed lately you've really been putting out a lot of reels on Instagram, a lot of promotions and things like that. Like what? How's that been going? Like any kind of tips you can share? Because I like how you do it in different places and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like always in different.
Whenever it hits, whenever it sparks, you
Yeah.
pull something out, shoot it, record it. I keep on going back to the class I took in Memphis.
Yeah.
That's why going
So that's
festivals
when
are
you
so
started it.
cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
literally,
yeah.
we took a break, and I made my first reel out by the gas pumps.
Okay.
'Cause I had gas at my car. I was like getting gas in
Yeah.
Memphis, and then one of the people that was on the shows with me out there,
Mhm.
he put like gunshots behind it, so it was like even funnier.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, who knew adding gunshots would make something funny?
Yeah.
It's like it's the levels that I don't even think in my head because I'm
Uh-huh.
like, there's certain things I'm like, I'm Oklahoma. When I hear gunshots, I'm not
Yeah.
laughing. That's not what I normally go to.
Mhm.
So, but it's just thinking outside the box. What I
Mhm.
find sometimes I can be a little, even though I say the things I do and do the things, I can be a prude about my comedy
Mhm.
when it comes to, how people receive it. That's why I'm
Mhm.
trying to be a certain way. But then once I went to the class in Memphis, it was like, be who you are.
Yeah.
People are giving their money. Imagine you pay your money and somebody comes and they're not giving you their authentic self.
Yeah.
It doesn't come off right, and that's why when people are like, how can you say all that stuff on that stage about sex, about family, about all of this? It's because this is what is comfortable for me. I don't want to talk to y'all about nursing. I can go to work. I do love nursing. I love telling people about the funny stuff of it.
Right.
I can't really put a funny spin on holding somebody's hand as they going.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's hard. So that's my little. I do love it all. But the reels is always whatever is authentic, whatever is right there in the moment that you're really about to do. That's how I feel works for me, because anytime I just turn on the camera and try to act, it looks like I'm reading a book. It's like if it doesn't feel natural, it doesn't really. So
you're saying
flow.
Be yourself,
Just be yourself on that camera, and it's gonna shine. The first reel that I had it did like 3.1 million on Facebook, and it actually got me demonetized on Facebook. My most viewed reel got me demonetized, and that's because I was like, they're gonna need help finding you, and they took that as
some kind of
violence. You can't speak violence. I'm like, I didn't say they're gonna need help identifying your body parts. That's violent. But they got me demonetized. But the views help, and I can always show it and be like, got 3 million.
That's great.
That's really good.
It was really cool, and it made me feel like I was just sitting there one night, and some guy posted something about I get a haircut and you ain't gonna be able to find you. And I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't gotta find you. First of all, they ain't gonna find you. So that was the thing, and I was like, oh, okay. But that's when I learned they can get tricky. Everybody, Instagram don't care. They want you to have the followers. Once you get the amount of followers, they're gonna start paying you.
Really?
You can say what you want. They'll just put a little, this video may offend you. That's it. And they're gonna let it play. And I was like, and then I guess X is something too. And I've been thinking about doing the laughing my ass off on OnlyFans, LMFAO, and you got to just submit a video, and you can end up on the platform. And I guess once you're featured on the show, you can start your own little your own little website and everything. And I was like, that wouldn't be much. I mean, I practically wear lingerie when I get dressed, so I can sit around and tell some jokes with some lingerie. But the problem was I wouldn't have nowhere to shoot because I got kids. And they don't care. I could be baking pies for the homeless in lingerie. They don't give a damn. Mama's now a whore. Okay, she's whoring on the internet. So I got to find my own little niche, my only little way to get in there where the kids can't find me. So maybe the subscription sites would be better. I don't know. He's 13 and he has my credit card. I don't want to pay myself. Just for you to dig up information. You could have asked.
He's gonna get the dirt for sure.
So this class in Memphis, it sounds like it was a big help.
It was.
Yeah. What are some major takeaways that you got from that, other than gig salad?
Contracts. There should be 3 contracts. There should be a contract between you and the venue, you and the producer, and then your writer before you even show up to the venue. There should always be 3 contracts. And you can copy and paste those on the internet, whatever you want to do. But just make sure there's something set in stone. If you don't ask for deposits, which I do want people to know that is helpful. It shows them that you value your time
and it's
and
kind of
your
like,
value in theirs.
That's something I'm finding with photography gigs and stuff like that. It's like whenever they send you that deposit, it's like it locks it in. Everybody knows it's like you're gonna show up, or you know what I mean. Like
you're serious, I'm serious, and I sent you this contract to say that I'm really gonna be there. These are all the things that I'm bringing. This is how much time I'm doing, and especially when it's a clean show, I definitely make sure I cross my T's and dot my I's because I charge more because it's harder for me to redact my sets and make sure I'm not putting whatever narrative out that you want. So I make sure I put all this out there. So, and if it is another thing that I learned from the thing, if the person you want to work with them, but they can't meet your price right now. You can say that you charge your full price, but you discounted it because this is your, they work with children. Something. If you're going to file these taxes on comedy on your taxes, that you're an entertainer, don't drop your value. Do not never drop your value. You can donate time, you can do all that, but don't drop because you always want to hold your value. So now I can always go and say I charge $600, and I have receipts that I've been paid $600. You don't have to know that some of it was donated. It's just it helps with the look of things.
Right.
Yeah.
And I try to always keep like some promotional piece on me. I normally keep like I try to put my clean comedy champ pin,
Okay.
especially when I'm wearing something real naughty.
Mhm.
You know, it's just like you know, Greenland and New and Iceland. It's called. It's ready, baby.
Yeah.
So it's a little misconception of
Mhm.
I can do both. Very
Right.
versatile. So always best foot forward. When I came back from Memphis, I stopped being late for my shows.
Mhm.
I never realized, yes, I'm having a day, and that's why I started managing myself better with my kids,
Mhm.
because I cannot always be running late. Like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's-
going to keep doing this. So now I block off time.
Make
I
sure.
try not to answer my phone anymore,
Mhm.
and because there were things where I would answer my phone before shows, and the world is burning.
Right.
I was in
and
California,
Then, yeah.
and I'm about to go up for the second time. I made it to the finals, so now I'm back in California for the second time.
Mhm.
And Ontario, no, not Ontario. Yeah, Ontario, California, not Ontario. Okay. Yeah, I almost messed up my ticket.
Right.
Okay?
Oh,
so
wow.
that's how
Yeah.
it is.
That
So
would be very
I went
far.
out there, and it was my second go. I'm really focused. I know I'm about to kill it. I'm about to crush it.
Mhm.
And I answer the phone. I'm thinking it's my family about to be like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, they're like, hey, Monty got out today, which is my brother,
Mhm.
and he took Demaya, which is my daughter, his daughter,
Mhm.
and they're gone. So I'm like, so basically my daughter's been kidnapped.
Oh my God.
That's what I heard. They're like, no, he wanted to take her to go get some shoes. You don't let ex-con take off with children. That's how I got her.
Yeah.
Calm down. But yeah,
Mhm.
I couldn't, like, I had a whole full-blown panic
Yeah,
attack.
and then
I'm so far away. I'm questioning everything from, is this worth it? Where are my children?
Right.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
everything is going through my head. You know, I haven't seen my brother in years. I don't know this man. This man doesn't know me. He doesn't
Mhm.
know. I don't let my children go anywhere. Like,
Mhm.
when I'm out of town, I know exactly where they are. They're not. Y'all can't go to the store. Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all are right here. So I know that they knew that was going to throw me off. I knew I needed that information, but
Right.
there was nothing I could do about it right now.
Yeah.
So I
So
shouldn't have had
it's
it
like
right
it
now.
would have been better
Yeah.
to do the show and then
Hey,
call
by
him
the
back.
way, yes, but over the phone,
Right.
baby, I handled that.
Yeah.
I'm letting them know, baby, you'll be back there before you can get clean underwear.
Mhm.
I'll send you right back playing with mine. I
Mhm.
love my brother, I do, but you know, I'm a proud person to never say that I don't trust people when they come out of there. I've had too many messed up situations. We've seen it on the news. Terrible
Mhm.
things have happened. When you come out institutionalized, which I feel like my brother is, he can't do things normally anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Do I blame him? No.
Mhm.
But that's where we're at now.
Yeah, that's the reality.
That's
of
just
it.
the reality of where we are at. You're my big brother. Love him. Monty, if you're out there and you ever see this, love you, brother.
Uh-huh.
But I won't change my life.
Right.
I'm not
yeah.
going to change my life. I have 2 siblings. The world has got them. We came up in the same house. We dealt with the same things. Make or break, babe. I can't.
Mhm.
And especially, I got 4 kids. One of them you brought into the world with another person, and I can't
Mhm.
let that go down. Trying to, it's not finna work out like that. I'm different when it comes to my kids. Knowing, I stopped posting them along, like you said. Like I don't
Yeah.
post them
Right.
anymore. We had both of them. One graduated from pre-K, the other one from 8th grade. I didn't do the graduation pictures
Yeah.
online. I didn't do none of that. I have a family group chat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where
Share
I
'em
post
with the
it.
family.
Yeah, with just the family. So I'm really protective of my
Mhm.
kids, and it doesn't matter who it is. Myself, if I know I might say some words
Right.
that I know I'm gonna have to probably come back and ask for, I'm not asking for forgiveness. So the best way to do this is to just not,
Right.
just
Yeah.
Cut it out.
mute it. So they'll see me sometimes. I'm like, I'm gonna put myself on mute because I'm not that parent that's gonna be like, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, and you can go get therapy.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah. You
because
gotta-
I just want you to know I'm only that person that's gonna speak positivity into you. But if you annoying me, let me mute myself for a minute
Yeah.
because words can slip. As a mom, and it's always me, they can slip. Like the
Yeah.
other day, I told them I can't wait for all of y'all to get out of my house so I can be gay in peace. I can't wait. I can't. Like right now, they ain't gonna understand no woman running around the house, titties swinging,
Right.
telling them what to do. They're not.
Mm.
Oh, baby, when I get grown, I'm gonna be good and gay on my own. No, baby, we're gonna have white furniture. We're gonna be at the Pride. We're gonna be at
Mhm.
Pride, living our happy lives, our happy gay lives. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I
that's why
already
we
know.
don't have good furniture. It's just waiting for them to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby, I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, ready to have fun.
Yeah.
Y'all get gone now. But
Yeah.
it's also, I know that I'm I don't limit my life. I just know that comedy takes up a whole lot, and the kids take up a whole lot, and my self-care takes up a whole lot. So between all of that, and I'm trying to throw church back in there. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to throw a little church, whether it be TV, phone, scrolling, listening to gospel.
Yeah.
Trying to get them back into my life. You know, we working together.
Well, now they got the live. You can watch it live as it's happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. They record it and put it on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you can catch your sermon when you want to.
See, I think I could catch Life Church online. When I went into the building, they wanted me to sign a contract saying I was going to stop having sex, and I said,
What?
You know, to work in the departments, the little departments they want you. They tried me in every ministry, parking lot ministry. I've been through. Life Church put me through everything. Even had me join a life group of women going through stuff, and I said, "Oh no, oh baby, and talking about multiple pillars help a strong home. Well, we're all falling apart around here. Okay, we don't have no real group leader. Okay, they were like, won't you be a group leader? I lead them right into temptation. Baby, I don't have the words to tell a woman to stay strong, so I'm working on my own faith. And that's only because my sister that passed away was really big. She was really, talking about, she had us dang near in a cult. I don't know what them people was. All I know is we were young, fun kids in Florida, and they came and picked us up on a Wednesday. I felt like I didn't get home till Monday. I don't know what happened. It was just so long and so much God in one little time frame, and they mushed it in there, and I was like, ooh, wee. It was a lot, but I always told myself, like, I'm a good person. I know there's requirements to get where they say we got to go, but baby, I'm doing what I can. I'm out here robbing Peter to pay Paul, and they're both in your Bible. I can't take it. I can't take it.
Yeah, it's definitely. It seems
it's
like
hard.
That's why I'm not very religious at all. But it's like something about the church, and it's like so many regulations and rules and things like that. And it's like I don't think that that's all necessary to be, like you said, be a good person. Do what you feel is right and try to do the best you can. It's like we're all gonna make mistakes, but try to live up to that and own up to the mistakes and try to always be better. That's all you need, I think.
I think it comes from intention. Mistakes are gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah. You were raised. You got the operating system that you got. You're just trying to make it through. As long as you're not being malicious.
Yes.
Right.
Because that's your intention.
I don't wake up every day intending to hurt anybody. See, I haven't even been asleep today, but I've hurt someone's feelings, and now I'm going to go apologize to that lady because she's my neighbor, and I don't want my apartment on fire. I'm going to apologize. Maybe send a fruit basket.
Right.
But yeah, we had a little miscommunication this morning. I lost one of my kids lost my keys, so I've been knocking on my door in the mornings to get off. I get off at 6, 7 in the morning. It's early. Nobody wants to hear that. But it was the way she yelled it through the wall to quit banging on her door. Quit banging on the M&F door. And I was like, well, stop letting your baby daddy bang on you. Like, you over here getting beat, multiple kids, and you talking to me about me hitting my door. You care more about my door than you care about yourself. And I'm over it. I've been at work too long. I got a podcast to be at in a minute. Calm down, Miss Lady. So I'm going on with my day. She continues coming to the door, yelling and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I could let this go down, and I could take the high road and, get over it. And in that moment, I did not take the high road. I went even deeper. I'm like, you're mad because it's Father's Day. You ain't got no father for them pissy-ass kids. And it's just stuff I would never say.
That's a good roast. I'm going to write that one down.
That's not my problem. I said, you out here arguing with me. You ain't fed them, ain't changed their diapers. You got 3 in diapers, and you're worried about me. Oh, I said, please go on. But they said, baby, because you the only father they got, and I'd hate to whoop you. I'd hate to do it. Because I just didn't.
That was this morning?
That was this morning.
Oh, my God.
Yes, this morning.
You came in with a good attitude. Love it.
Never let nobody mess up their day. I know where my kids' father are. Oh, babe, I know where they is. They ain't hitting me. And I don't ever baby, I'm a survivor of domestic violence, but what you're not going to do is sit there and be screaming for help and then letting them come back in the house. You're not going to be doing that over here by me and my kids, because who's to say today he come over here for you, he won't come for us all, baby. He got to get up out of here. Baby, the one thing you can't tell me is you're on Section 8, because I'm going to call him. There's a man living in this house, okay? Yeah, baby, got him up out of here real quick. You want to hit women? Hit the streets, bum. Yeah, baby, you ain't got to put them out. I'll have the government do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, I'm a snitch when it comes to the right things. A woman getting hit, I tell my jokes, and I'm true in my life. I tell a joke that says, if you know a woman is being beat get them out the house by any means. If it's her house, get him out the house. And that means if she on Section 8 and he ain't supposed to be there, sure thing. If you going to choose between that man and your kids, I'm going to make it the hardest choice she ever made, baby. Yeah, so she up mad today, probably from something I did weeks ago. Yeah, sure thing. It was me. And I told her, I said, you're mad because ain't no father in there. And but you should be happy you're not getting hit today. Got to clock it, think of the best things. So I let that go. I threw it back. But I was on the phone with somebody I was talking to, and he was like, you're yelling early in the morning. That is so ghetto. So I hung up on him. I think that's our last conversation.
Yeah.
You can't call me ghetto because I'm responding back in the level of which I'm being talked to.
Right.
What am I supposed to do?
But
She
then
gets to yell?
it's for you. It's not. I mean, it's early in the morning for a lot of people, but you've been at work all night.
It's baby. It's time to get on up.
Yeah, it's.
Them kids was gonna be hungry anyway to get up.
Yeah.
It's summertime. Feed them. Get up. Actually, this is the least rainy day. You might want to go and get a walk in with them. When you're depressed, go outside.
Yeah.
I hate to diagnose the woman, but you know, when someone makes your man leave, you get a little depressed.
Right.
Maybe you need to get outside and see some sunlight.
For sure.
Leave, baby. There's a whole lot of games to play with. I'm not one of them. Baby, go ahead. I saw him take his game with him. You ain't had no EA in your life. About the sport. Please leave me alone. But yes, I'm always gonna smile. People have horrible days and still smile. I'm always going to be the positive person in me, because if you can't give me 15 minutes to get over what just happened, a little 10, 20, and I smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, I'm better
out.
now.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
That
That's
does
how I
help.
get through a lot of things. Oh, baby, the kids run the house, so the only place I got is my car.
Yeah.
So just let me go take a little car break. I'm going to be back. I'm be better.
Just
Don't worry about it.
That's our front
good.
porch, me and Liz.
Therapy.
Therapy.
I go outside and I got to see these bums.
Yeah.
And I hate calling people bums, but it's not about how much money you got in your pocket. It's about your attitude.
Yeah.
If you got a bum attitude, you'll never have no money in your pocket. And the girl's got a bum attitude. I'm going to still give her a fruit basket. I might put that it came from my baby daddy. I'm gonna say Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, right.
I mean, from your baby daddy. Thanks for doing it all. I don't know. She might know it's not from him. He probably can't read or some shit.
Right.
I don't know. Because, baby, you obviously can't do much if you're dealing with her and she dealing with you. It's too much. I try my best not to, you know, it ain't my story to tell, but I told it. I told it. But yes,
I can see why you don't like those roast battles. You be tearing people up.
Oh, baby, they wanna come off that
and you
stage
let it go. For
mean.
sure.
Like I told you, people should just. I smile, I hold doors, I say hello to everyone. I have a bubbly, good Oklahoma morning, and some people do it right back to me. That's why I like going to Brahms in the morning.
Yeah.
I have never met no one's mad at Brahms in the morning. Everybody just wants their little drinks, coffee, a little biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Everyone's smiling. We're good. We're happy. So yeah, you just got to take the little bits of happiness that you can get throughout your day. And I go to the same places, so most of the people know me over and over. So I keep my little areas, my same Family Dollar, Walmart, Goodwill. I keep my areas the same. I like going to the same spots. So when people see my kids acting up, they can be like, I know you. I know your mama, and she won't want you doing that.
Yeah, right.
Yes, take a community. I like our library. All of my library people are funny, because I used to go in there and tell the kids, shh, like, be quiet. It's the library. They're like, oh, no, we're not that library no more. Oh, no, we're not that.
The library's different.
Yeah, they
now.
are. They need to come out with a commercial. That'd be good, Brandon. Like, shh, we're in the library. Not OKC library. We get loud, baby.
Yeah.
We live.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what they need to do, because there was a fish tank. Kids over there hitting the glass.
What library is this?
This is the one on 63rd and MacArthur.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
There's dogs.
Yeah, that's
you can read
I think
to the dogs.
I'm pretty sure that one they had a lot of like kid activities and stuff all the time.
There's a big old kitchen back there, and they always hit the little pots and pans. So it helps that I'm like, I feel like I'm undiagnosed ADHD because my brain's all like, oh, this looks fun. This looks fun. So me and my little ADHD kids can go on in there.
Go and play.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun.
See, I think I'm undiagnosed ADHD. I call them ADHD because ain't no daddy at home. So that's why they're my ADHD babies. Got that one from Dr. Umar. I love that man. I don't know why we call him doctor. I'm not going to get into that. But whatever he say, I agree with most of the time, except for interracial dating, baby. Y'all come.
Yeah.
White women. I plead to you. Continue doing what you're doing. Baby, I work in a nursing home. Y'all granddaddies are mad. You got little Jaden running down that hall, curly hair, pissing him off. please keep doing what you're doing. That's just my little part. That's my little tidbit of information. Baby, I love interracial dating. I do. Even for black women to go on the white man. Personally, not going to do it. I don't like meat that change colors. How do I know if it's cooked? I can't be a part of that. But, that's just everybody's preferences.
So what's the argument? Why they don't want people to mix?
Like in the nurse home, the older man basically said it's like kids can come out messed up. Their genes are in there fighting. Some stuff that don't make no sense.
Yes,
like your genes aren't supposed to fight each other to mix. And like I've never heard of illness because you're mixed. No. And I don't think most of the mixed kids end up with like most of the genetic markers that the unmixed children have. Like black children have a higher marker of sickle cell, but the mixed delegation children don't. Yeah. So it's like, baby, we're solving stuff.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like the culmination. That's what I've always thought about.
We're canceling out stuff.
Like in hundreds of years from now, everybody's gonna be the same color.
And we all gonna get to banging.
Yeah.
My whole thing is I love Oklahoma because you gonna find Jaden mama somewhere. And let the world be trying to treat her son unfair. Oh, baby, that she might as well be an activist. Okay. Because she going to protect her son and everything around it. And I've had women speak up for me when I'm not even the one in trouble. Baby, I love to get in cops' businesses. I don't know what it is about me. I'm nosy.
Yeah.
Like the 10th Street and Penn, there's an officer arresting a man for jaywalking. The road's messed up. Then after I find out that it's not for jaywalking, it's because he was yelling at you while you were doing your job. Sir, that's not a charge. Interfering with a police officer's job, that's a charge. You can't. I can't stand there and impede on you. But he was just yelling at him. He's like, it's clear he's on meth. Yes. So now you're finna strain our system by putting someone who's clearly addicted in the jail. Like, we found meth in his pocket. Throw a rock on 10th and Penn. You're gonna find someone with meth in their pocket.
Right.
You just got mad at this man because he called you every bitch ass cop in the book, and you want him in jail. Just say that. But what you don't have to do is like wrestle him. I said, now look at this. Y'all wrestle him down. It's not meth. It's something that could really hurt you. Or you're getting poked with needles because y'all are messing with people who have. We need murderers and killers in jail. And you don't know, he could hit meth and go and do something crazy. Or he could hit meth and do what he was doing, which is yelling at the cop lights on your car, not you. Yeah. He's not yelling at you. He's yelling at the lights on your car.
It's too much ego.
It's just like, it's crazy. That's why I love messing with cops. I do. Because, baby, the one thing I love is having a good record and standing right here and telling you can't do that. That's not your job. That's like me as a nurse prescribing medications to somebody or telling them it's outside of my scope. And then they hate, where's your lieutenant? Oh, baby, call him on down here because I know my rights. I know that if you're on duty, he has to be on duty. And that means if I complain enough, he has to come out here. And if he got to come out here, he knows that you done something.
Yeah, you're not doing the right thing.
I just waited there until he walked up and he was like, it's a safety concern. I understand it's all safety, but you're going to take someone who clearly needs rehab.
Right, yeah. It's like they're going to be in a hospital instead of...
That's what that Red Cross is right there, isn't it?
And I'm like, it's the nursing staff inside that jail that you're taking this man to. Now, when he has a break in here, whose ass he going to whoop?
She's going to be in
trouble. You're not making your job easier or life in Oklahoma easier. You're making one little decision that you're going to... What? Yeah. No, you're not. The jail is not for drug addicts. The jail is for criminals. Rehab is for drug addicts. Yeah. And even when they get them in a drug court, they still send them back to regular jail. And now I think simethicone is like the number one drug that we're using in our prisons right now. Because we have meth addicts in jail, and you can't give them meth. You have to give them something. Not let them. They cannot just withdraw. So now they have to give them something. So basically,
they're just getting addicted to.
Yeah, it's like something like
something else. It's probably I'm not.
It's it's a tinge of what meth used to be, and it keeps their brain from fully deteriorating away, frying away.
But then they still slowly try to wean them off, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they do slowly, but slowly. And so I'm like, what did you want? Workers? It's such a messed up system. That's why I'm glad people are finally looking into it. Look, I mean, our jail downtown, bed bugs, deaths, it's too much.
Yeah.
So, stuff that I'm glad I finally get to talk about without having to put a joke on the back end of it.
Yeah.
So people will get it. Like, we really have problems here in Oklahoma, way more than color, race.
Right.
And if people are showing up to the concerts, of course, people are going to come. Eventually. I mean, Oklahoma, we just now started getting all these big names and concerts and stuff a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I think when we had the Cox before the Paycom. And
yeah,
so we had to build it. What they say, build
bigger,
it and they will come.
Yeah, bigger arenas and stuff
like that. We
started
doing Criterion and Tower.
So now we're about to get more and more stuff. And everybody is mad because I guess Russell gets to... He doesn't make the decisions of where everything goes, but he's the advisor.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's...
So, but I'm like, what's wrong with that? Like, is it a problem? Because he was one of the newer players, so he should know as a basketball player what they're gonna want to see and do while they're here.
I think it's incredible. I don't know too much. I heard something about him being involved with that. It was like, I think it's interesting because it's like he's not from here. I don't know what I mean. But he clearly loves the city, and wants to help it.
We can feel the love.
Yeah, I think
it ain't like what happened to Kevin Durant's. Right after he left, like his restaurant had to go to. They were like, we're not doing that. We're going to end that relationship. So no one's clearly said we're done with him, and I think it's a great opportunity because he knows what they want.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because I mean, I remember because he built like a basketball, like outdoor basketball court down there that people still use and stuff like that, like trying to help this community and
draw it in.
give people something to. Like these opportunities for people to grow and play, have something to do other than drugs and alcohol and whatever else. So.
Well, what's up with these bed bugs, man? That's kind of a thing, isn't it? I don't remember hearing about bed bugs when I was younger that much.
Oh, yeah, they're good. They're back, and they're at our brand new resort, Okana.
That's what I heard.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I heard it was at Okana.
Somebody got Okana.
They're spraying.
I said, if you got money like that,
to
be up in Okana, bring it in bed bugs. What's
terrible.
happening? Now I could understand they're over by the little lake area, but that's not a bed bug. Those are ticks or something like that. So I'm not sure. I think somebody got mad at the price, went home, got a few, and brung them back up there. Like, do your thing, mama, because those prices are crazy. Even with the new before they even got open. I'm like, I got 4 kids. Even if we
it was like $70 per person.
It's too much. And then I guess you can just go down and do like the pool pass stuff, but you don't want to do that either. Like I told you, there's a free one at the Gathering Place in Tulsa. But they opened up this last weekend. They opened up the beachside part of Okana. So it's crazy that the side y'all opening up, now you got to close down and clean over here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, oh. And how do you get rid? I see the signs on the side of the road that says bed bug.
Yeah,
and all
the people.
Of that. I wonder if that's who they had to call. You can't just spray nothing on there, right?
No, you have to do the whole thing. It's like a pain in the ass to get rid of them.
Bug bomb, and
well, they made enough money. They made enough.
Yeah, they can clean it. That's not gonna be a problem. The problem is when you get them in your house and stuff like that. That's like you gotta take care of it yourself. That's not cheap.
Well, I'm careful. I work in people's homes, so I'm real careful to anything I bring in there. Or if I think that home looks kind of
sketchy,
can't mess around. I'm not bringing anything home.
Oh yeah. I tried home health for like a week.
Oh yeah.
And I just realized like I said, my car is my little extra spot, so I didn't want to turn my car into. I was fully gowning up and down. I'm like, I don't want to touch nothing. And then people's animals are so friendly. What's wrong with you? Stranger danger. Like, what if I was a cat kidnapper? Why would you jump up here and just be all on my person? But the cats don't think like that.
I'm more concerned about usually when I walk in, it's like they got a big dog and they're like, "Are you good with dogs?" It's like, "I'm good. I'm good when they're outside."
Yeah, exactly.
How do you have this in your home?
Because I'm down working on plugs and stuff. You're eye level with a big dog.
He think you over there in his territory.
Yeah, right.
What you doing?
I just hate people like you come because I DoorDash now, and so like people have their dogs in the yard and they're like, oh, he's friendly. I'm like, he don't look friendly, and like, how do I know that?
You don't know what kind of friend he is. What if you don't want to be my friend?
Right? Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, people need to. It doesn't matter, even if you know that dog has never hurt or anyone, and it's just like make it easier on the person that has to deal with it.
Like when people come to my house, I put up my kids.
Yeah.
Put your animals up. So get to the back.
Yeah.
Like my thing is when we were younger, we were supposed to be seen and not heard, barely seen. So our room was our domain.
Yeah.
We were good to go in our room. We didn't come in the living room like that. Wasn't nothing out there for us. So I mean, unless we were brung out to do a talent show. My mama would always pull us out to sing, dance. Yeah. Come on.
You performing this whole time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's the song?
Yeah, give me a good we'll do the it's 3 of us, remember? And one of them she called. We don't even sing her part no more. We retired her number. But we used to do that. If you see me walking down the street, oh dang, just cry. It's old school song. I don't remember all of it. And then we would always do unfortunately, we do the R. Kelly, Mr. Big song. If he would have seen our young selves then, he'd have loved it. Oh, Kels.
Oh, no.
They had us singing that they should have known someone right.
Yeah, you didn't know. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
I Believe I Can Fly.
We didn't know.
The most inspirational
Somebody
song.
knew. Yeah. We sung that at my 5th grade graduation.
We did too. Over on Columbus Elementary.
He was like, y'all fly don't run in my room.
Yeah,
Come on. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I saw this comedian the other day, and he was doing the R. Kelly joke and trying to bring it on home. And I suffered with him for a second. And then he was like, well, anyway, no matter how hard you try to explain it, you just sound like a pedophile. And I was like, you're right. Yeah. You're 100% right, honey. Because I was right there with you. And I was like,
man, I think we should have said something whenever he was doing the in the closet stuff with that little midget.
Yeah.
The whole
cheating.
He just was. Everybody, he is so creative. No. We need to help some people.
Yeah.
And then it was social media. That's why I love social media. I really do. Expose it. But I guess I love it because I ain't done nothing bad. You know? I am so happy to say, if anybody sees me doing anything inappropriate on camera, you shouldn't be watching that because I wasn't grown.
You didn't pay for it.
No, because I wasn't grown. I was smart. I did all of my camera action before I got grown. So, baby, that's not me. That's not me. And you shouldn't be watching that. You're going to get charged. My stuff was before my time. I had fun. Like I said, it was there. It's over now. I don't trust that getting on camera with nobody. Like, it ain't even just because my hopes of fame and notoriety is none of that. It's because I can't see it, so I don't know how it's being recorded. I don't know if you're getting my good angles. I don't know, and I don't want to. The lighting might be wrong. It's not right.
You can't hide anymore. Now you can't hide.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's doing something wrong, they'll find out.
Oh yeah,
that's where it's at.
That's what I said. I'm saying, man, take them down, knock them down a couple of pegs. Whatever is gonna get my little spot at the top, go ahead, because baby, Lizzo lost weight. Get me a flute. I'm ready to I feel a void and I'm ready to fill it. Okay. Yeah. My whole thing is everybody online right now with Lizzo, natural and unnatural. It doesn't matter. She did it because she got in trouble for being mean. You can't be fat and mean. You have to pick a side. I'm telling you, the whole Santa thing did something for fat people. Like, they expect us to be happy all the time. Jolly big folks. That's what they want, and it don't happen all the time. So when we found out Lizzo was mean, like, you see Ellen was mean, they let it go. They was like, okay, she's Ellen. You know? Now, if Ellen was fat, they'd be like, oh, my God. What the hell, you know?
We liked you.
Yeah, we really liked you, but you can't be obese and a beast. Oh, no. Oh, we won't take it. We won't take it. Yeah. We're not going to do that. So that's all. And I'm glad. And if it was for health reasons, I'm glad she shook it together. Because I was 325, and they were like, hey, now. You might have to end up on some medication. Yeah. Medication? I didn't remember to take my birth control. You know, I can't take meds. Yeah. So I dropped weight. I got down to 203, went to Miami. I was too skinny. It didn't work out well. People wanted me too bad. I said, oh, no. It's too much newness for me. You know? I'm just stepping my toe in the hole, and I don't want to submerge myself in the whole dry inches of water. I don't want to. But yes. I do have a thing where I'm reforming hoe, help others every day, hoe. Enjoy your whole life, But what I won't do is not leave out the people that's been pacing the street, the real hoes. Because, most of the time when we start off murders, it's because the sex workers report something.
I had no idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
The serial killers, we've solved a lot of serial killer murders off sex
like
workers
they're out there
reporting things.
Looking at
Yes.
they see it
they're
all.
They're the first ones to get victimized because people are thinking, oh, no family, you're a worker, so they hurt them first. So my whole thing is, when they put enough coins in my pocket, I'm gonna get a whole cell service for the prostitutes. I'm not gonna work with the government, so they don't get, they can't locate y'all. But just I'm in danger, something's not right. Like the, life alert, hoe alert.
Yeah.
Hoe alert. Like, hey, I'm not safe.
Right,
this person's making me feel weird. I'm being hit. Just different alerts because it's not fair that they get there. The police get there most of the time. These women are hit, hurt, and robbed because now they're without. And I think there's something in Vegas, like if you get, because it's legal. If you get robbed, you get your money back.
So what do you think about it? Should they legalize it? Make it like a license?
Oh yes, they should be licensed and legal everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's on. I mean, pussy was the first thing to sell on this earth.
Yeah.
Before people was interested in selling water, it was like, hey, you got a piece of pussy? I'll buy that off you. Now your reputation's horrible after that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It was the first thing to get paid
That's
for.
the thing is, I always feel like that's their choice. If you want to make that and do that for your living, that's
that's a choice. It
shouldn't be
legal in some states, not legal in others. No, and it keeps it, as long as we keep sex work in the dark. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's in Vegas. It's STD testing. It's there's rules to set up for this. I mean, it's crazy. The Oklahoma people just set down the barber license, right? Like they don't have to be licensed anymore.
Oh, okay.
They just have to take like a sanitation course or something like that. So if y'all don't want to work with the barbers, work with the hoes. Work with somebody because y'all this ain't right.
Yeah.
And so, that's crazy. Men might as well just let their hair grow because now they're gonna have staff all in their face. It's gonna be crazy.
So they basically no more licensing for cosmetology.
No more licensing.
Barber.
What they're going to do is if you maintain a license now, I guess you can renew it. But I mean, what for? There's no board. There's no one to stamp there anymore. So what the schools and stuff are doing is now you're going to be able to train. So it's going right back to where it was. You train somewhere, that person says you're good enough to go.
Like an apprentice. Yeah.
In some states you can still become a lawyer by being an apprenticeship. Like just go in, work for the lawyer for so long. Some states that's still legal without going to law school. I said,
where?
Just go find somebody to work with you and just go sit there and sit under them and learn all they learn. I was like, well, baby.
Yeah. Well, I'm an electrician. We're journeymen. We have apprentices. My son's my apprentice right now.
Nice.
And you can based on who you work with, that's how and we all know each other because it's Oklahoma. But if you're like, I work with Russell, I was like, oh, you're ruined.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, I can't help you
because you're backdooring stuff. You're not doing it. You're shortcutting
bad habits.
Right,
yeah, that's why I didn't let my son work with nobody but me, and he's already one of the best apprentices I've ever had. Like he's a killer, man. And he's working harder than anybody I've ever met. Me and my dad taught me. And so I was talking to him the other day. I was like, you remember when people used to be afraid? You'd be afraid to lose your job? I was like, Ryland's afraid. He's like, I want to do a good job. I was like, yeah, you do. I did that. That's how, dude. That was my Father's Day gift this year.
Yeah,
just learning that he knew how. He was like, I want to do a good job at this because people now I've hired 2 people in the past 2 years. They just want to collect a check. And you'd be like, hey, we got to go in this attic. It's like, if we got to go up there.
Oh, that's where check it.
That's where the money's at.
Baby, point me some money. I'm gonna go. Like I said, my kids are the same way. Well, Martez, he said something the other day and it scared me. He said, "What? You got $1?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm just not gonna give it to you." He was like, "What do you want? I'll do anything for money."
You're like, no.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let's put some requirements on it. Let's put some parameters in here. But yeah, it was just like, for the love of money, these kids will rub feet. Step on backs, whatever mama needs.
Well, my son, I told him if he works like a man, I pay him like one. He makes 15 an hour. Yeah, and he's earning his hours towards being a journeyman.
Nice.
So in 4 years, he'll have his journeyman's card at 21, and he'll be running people like I did with my old man. So yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Well, it feels
Proud
good.
of you.
I put in a lot of work, and then you see this good person come out, and you're like, all right, I think I'm doing good. This episode of Rhythm and Wit was brought to you by Campbell & Son Electric, Oklahoma City's trusted one-truck electrical contractor with over 20 years of experience in the field. Whether it's upgrading your home's electrical service, troubleshooting issues, or tackling small commercial projects, Campbell & Son Electric delivers top-notch work with care and attention you'd expect from a family business. Servicing areas like Del City, Edmond, Yukon, Mustang, and beyond, they're your go-to for reliable expert service. Need help with your next project? Visit CampbellandSonElectric.com today and get it done right the first time. Campbell & Son Electric, brightening Oklahoma, one wire at a time.
Yeah. Like some of the times I'm sitting around, I have that with my oldest. He's 13, and I'm just like, he was playing basketball. That's his dream. He wants to go to the NBA. He wants the ball. I'm happy for him. You cooking with the gas. You got it to go. I'm happy for you. But he, it was all of that. Like, you're great. You're doing good. He went up for, like, to do a layup, and he got fouled, but the ball still went in, so it's an N1. He's celebrating, but the guy's on the ground. And instead of walking over him like the other guys did, he helped him up. And I was like,
oh, yeah.
Baby, y'all doing amazing in this game, but it's that right there.
Well, basketball, there is a trend of, like, not great sportsmanship in basketball now because of what they see, I'm assuming, on...
Everybody wants to, just be...
My son was playing, and he was playing for this little league and whatnot, but... their whole team was like they were like cussing and stuff at the coach. Oh, and I didn't realize. Like I go watch them, and it been getting a little rowdy. Well, one of the kids went in there. He didn't do a good job or something, and he's like throwing stuff in this room, and he's like throwing a fit. And then the kid comes out, and then him and my son are sitting there yelling at the coach, like, "Put me in! You don't even know what you're doing." So I snapped my son up. I was like, "Get over here, dude." I was like, "That's the coach." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "It doesn't matter if he doesn't know what he's doing. You do what he says. You're going to end up being unteachable.
Oh yeah.
If you aren't going to, it's like now as long as he's not abusing, being but he wasn't. He was just he was coaching,
running his plays.
And then there's two kids that are kids yelling at him. So I pulled my son, and that little kid came out, his buddy. He was like, "Look, here's what happened." I was like, "You ain't mine. Get over there. Get out of here, dude."
How you are raised.
And then his mom came over to me and was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that trying to tell me like something." Trying to excuse her kid a little bit. I was like, "Nah, get out of here." And then I pulled my son off the team, dude.
You can't excuse that because if your child becomes uncoachable in these little things in life, how can I ever expect you to be out in the world a full-grown man and somebody doesn't want it done that way? And you can't, if that's your boss or whatever you're doing in life, you can't just flip out and expect it. Oh, no. Oh, baby, I have a DON at work, and wherever I go, that's Big Boss. That's what you say. What you say go. I'm an agency. So as soon as my shift is over and I clock out and get paid, you go back to being a regular person. That's why I like my stuff. I play it when we play and I go when I go. Because comedy, it has its bosses in comedy. So I can't go to a venue and just be like, whatever I want. Say whatever I want. There are certain venues who say, please don't speak about this. Don't say these type of things. And I love it. Like the one down in Legally Brewed in Norman, the owners are amazing people. They're lawyers. So they know the things that can and can't be said before their establishment becomes...
And it's a nice venue. It's a really nice stage, good sound system. I love playing on that one.
I was like, that one, we did the Norman Music Festival. Got to sign the wall.
Nice.
Star stuff. So I was like, oh, baby, y'all don't mess this up for us.
But you can't go in there and try to throw a fit and be all prima donna whenever you're just playing high school basketball.
Oh, yeah, they want to, definitely. I've seen some of these kids that they're like, this is me. This is my court. This is my... And I'm like, everybody should feel that way. Everybody should. But you got to have the work behind it. You can't sit here and do all that and then lose and then just be looking there blaming your team. Well, if I could have got the ball more, well, maybe your mama should have had two of you. I don't know.
Well, I mean, look at it like this. This is what I told him. I was like, if somebody came here to see you and watch you play basketball and they saw you doing that, you think they put you on their team? Or would they be like, oh, I don't want that kid. That's going to be a problem.
I mean, the same thing with comedy, too. It's like you don't know who's in the audience that might be, give you an opportunity. So if you're not being a professional all the time,
Yes.
it can hurt you.
It can hurt a lot. And I learned this with even when you said at the game, it wasn't him, my son personally. It was me. I got kicked out of a lot of games. But that was middle school. We're in high school now.
Yeah.
I will not get kicked out of one game. I don't care if I got to bring my little mouthpiece go over my mouth, tape it closed. I will not get kicked out.
It's hard though.
Oh,
It's hard to not say something. I mean, I understood the coach wasn't great, you know, and he was kind of a jerk. He was one of the reasons why they were yelling, because he would allow it and he would yell. Our team was kind of known for bad attitude, and that's what was frustrating me. Is like, man, we're playing in churches right now. Y'all need to act right. So you would see that, and then I was like, I don't like him, and then that happened, and then he started yelling at my kid too, and so I was like, nah, we're done. I just like, he's teaching them bad habits. He's going to end up being
because it doesn't
worse.
go like that in real life, and then when you always leave with anger is gonna find its way right back. Like my son played middle school out. We're not gonna name the school. I already got a reputation, but he played them, and we had to be not escorted out, but they let one side go, and the home side had to wait until it was time.
Everybody's in the cars.
Like, everybody in the car to clear the parking lot, only because there have been situations that happened before, and they are trying to keep us safe. So I'm like, I'm not helping the situation sometimes. So if I'm not gonna be a help, let me kind of just chill out. Unless my baby's being hurt, injured, or talking crazy. Then I'm gonna go off.
That's different.
But in these high school games, I know elbows are about to start being slung. But I know we have a shot clock now. There are new rules that I know now that I wasn't no shot clock in middle school. He was getting hit when he was coming, down from the goal. I'm like, you gotta call this. Like, this ain't right.
They will too. They will kind of let it go just to kind of keep the peace.
Yes, because they're like, I'm not arguing with no parents. And listen, take the striped shirt off and blend in with the crowd. Okay, I don't care what you got to do afterwards. But while you on here, you call this game right. So I also figure out things because, like I said, I'm nosy. Our people that ref our games don't get paid. Like, they're just volunteers. And so they get to high school, and then high school they get paid. So the middle school games, just like middle school, doesn't count for much. When we really broke it down, I think they just did some type of study on it. I think they said like the way that school used to be set up was like starter school, and then we would finish out, and it would all align to like farming schedule or something like that. So we got done a lot quicker. We would graduate 16, 17 years old. That's because the 8th grade wasn't a thing. You just had
they
6,
kind of
7.
added more.
They added more school, and so 8th grade year it has no purpose. And I was like, that is crazy. But when I really thought about it, I didn't do nothing in 8th grade. I didn't do. I mean, we had piggy prom. That was big, and it was weird. Like like I told y'all, Florida. Each class had I guess a mascot. So 8th grades were pigs, and then 7th grades I think we were falcons. It was like little frogs or something in 6th grade. So when you got to 8th grade, you had a piggy prom, and so I was so excited. But like I said, my mom hop around, so we were coming back. We had moved from Gainesville to Jacksonville, so I had to miss my piggy prom, but I wasn't gonna get to go anyway because they counted me as a bully to this one girl, which I never bullied her ever in my life. We both liked the same boy, and we were just doing what girls do, sniping back and forth, and so that hurt my little feelings. I don't know why that piggy prom, my little thing, but. So I know how important 8th grade is, like socially. But
it's like a weird
as for learning something, I didn't do nothing. So now that he graduated 8th grade, he's going into high school. I'm like, this is crazy.
Now it matters.
Like socially it matters because he grew up. He grew. He got taller. He learned things like everybody. You can't be in every situation. Can't be everybody's friend. He got in trouble on the school bus because he kept him and the driver. He would just get in trouble for silly stuff like the driver would tell everybody like a bus stop to get off of. Anthony kept going to the wrong bus stop, so he could just walk further up the street. So he got wrote up for getting off on the wrong stop. He doesn't see it as being important because it's the same street. It's just a little bit further down. I tell him, that's an adult thing. I have to make sure as an adult you get off on the stop your parents agreed for you to get off on. It's just an adult thing. He was like, well, my dad said y'all used to, hey, we went to a totally different school, baby. They just happy different you got rules. On the school bus. We don't care where y'all want to go when you get off. Baby, we used to take our school buses to whatever side of town. Oh, I'm going to hop on your bus so we'll be closer to the mall. It was different. Now, hey, y'all ain't got what we got.
That's how kids went missing. That's why they stopped doing that. And then they became responsible.
They were like, something that went wrong.
But you can't miss a day now. I get a text. I get a phone call. Like, you can't miss a class.
Oh, he was at school, and I got a text, and he was like, Mama, I'm here. He was like, no, the attendance had been already took by the time he got to So I'm thinking he, hooky. I think you pull it. How you gonna do this to me?
But even then, I'll be like, you were late?
I'm like, I know. He was like, no, I got to school, but I was late for a class. So they called you from that class. I'm like, okay, baby, because I got a little nervous. I like to know where my son is at all times. Baby, you ain't finna be giving no dick on my dime. Oh, no, you get no pussy on my penny. Oh, no. I'm not finna be the bad parent in the neighborhood. Look at her and her fast-ass son. I won't have it.
Yeah, that's how I got here. I was a teen pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
That's why I adopted by my grandparents too. So.
Oh, see.
Yeah, man. I'm happy about it. They were good parents by the time they got to me. So.
Yes, there you go. I tell my sister that all the time. She has 6 kids now. She's pregnant, and my mom has raised 6 kids because my sister has them. My mama raised them. That's the rule. That's how we see it in the family. Them kids live good life because they raised by grandma. I don't know what we would be dealing with if my sister had them kids. So it's all in all. And I get to be a great aunt because I always get to show up, do the fun stuff, take you back to grandma, go home. Okay? So it's family. It takes us all. I'm telling you now, them kids that be out in the world, they got mamas and they still out there doing all of that cussing and fussing and stuff. It's just because she working a little too hard. That's just my opinion. Because when I felt like I overworked myself, when I was thinking I'm doing everything right, I'm talking about 5 to 6, 12-hour shifts a week. Who is raising these damn kids if you heard, Gosh. So it was like, okay, I wanted to switch it up. So that's what I did. And it works out, especially with the comedy, because most of the time they're my first little sounding board.
Oh, so you run your stuff by them? What they say?
They like it. They like it. Yeah. Anthony, he's like, I can tell most of my jokes to him, not the real wrong stuff, but he can be honest with me, like, like, I'm going to laugh because I'm your son. But I ain't it, mama.
At least he's honest with you.
He is. And he thinks he's a little comedian, too. So,
he's going to come to it, too.
He wants to live stream on Twitch. And but more money out my pocket. I'm like, I can barely get my Netflix to work because he's in there using it on the Xbox. And then the little brothers have their Xbox. And then Demaya has her Switch. So I get this much Wi-Fi already. Now I got
watch that little dial turn.
Oh, yeah. And it sticks at 25. And I'm like, did I pay the Netflix? No, y'all are all on it. So it helps in the mornings. But that's why it's hard to go to sleep after I get off work. Because it's my little time where everybody, Netflix be flying. I'm like, you do work. Yes. But I enjoy being a mom. My favorite part about being a mom is the fact that it's me. I'm the mama now. So I can call you in here for this remote that I didn't really need. I just wanted to see what you was doing back there.
Shake your cup.
Yes. I didn't realize that she really didn't need that remote. I was just too quiet. And I'm always talking. So she wanted to see what I was doing.
Something's going on.
So, because it'd be so close to like from here to here, this is what you needed?
These guys just want to see you.
That's probably where they got, do you need that? Do you need that? This is annoying.
Well, my grandma, that was one of the things. Me and my brother would race to see who would be the first one to grab the cup to help grandma get her soda. Diet Coke.
It's nice to be helpful. My daughter, she always wants to help me pick whatever shoes I'm wearing. So whatever outfit, even if it don't go, I'm going to take it. I'm going to put my real shoes in the bag, but I'm going to take it. And then one time I wore a necklace that she made me. It was a tight one. This could have been a bracelet, baby. But, you got to support them. You got to let them know you're proud of them and everything that they're doing. I show up for every event. There was one time my son did his play. When I tell you he does acting,
Mm-hmm.
he was backstage crying, and I'm in like the third row. Nobody called like, "Hey, are you here?" Because at this point I took his phone so he could focus on the show. I didn't think, "Hey, he might want to check in, make sure I'm here." So by the time I went there to give him his flowers afterwards, which I didn't know, you don't take men flowers. You're supposed to take men like I guess somebody said like a watch. You can take them like gifts. You're not supposed to take them flowers. Learned that. So I took him flowers and all stuff backstage. He was like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "I've been right there the whole time."
Know.
But at intermission, he could see that I had moved up. So because they, everybody was watching the show until you let them go. That's why I don't like intermissions at comedy shows.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll take a brief intermission. There's the crowd.
There they went. Yeah, I've learned that the hard way.
Oh yeah, because once they took a smoke break, now they're a little hungry. Now they about to dip. So intermissions are hard, but so showing up for your kid is a big thing because he was right there, all smiles, remembered his lines, enjoyed himself, and I did kind of push him towards the acting because he was asked to do it, and it was the doubt, like, I don't know if I could do it. What do you mean? You doubt yourself? Oh no, baby.
Now you gotta go.
Now you gotta do it.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to play soccer, and there was no soccer coach, so I had to train myself up to become the soccer coach.
Oh, that's cool.
And I did, and we did great. We did great that season. We had a little award. Wasn't first, but we win in my mind. We're a winner in my head. We won in my mind. So parenting is great. So I'm always adventurous, trying new stuff. I want to go camping with my kids, but they're not interested at all. Neither.
You're a camper? You like outside?
I've never done it, so I want to start a fire. I mean, when I was a little kid, I went to a little kiddie camp, but it wasn't like fish or nothing. We went to the cabin. Well, actually, we slept in like tents while people slept in the cabins. But we were told we were going to sleep in cabins. But I did that as a kid. Now I want to do it as an adult. But I don't want to get out there and think I'm like this great little, outdoorsman. And it turns out I can't start a fire.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do things, trick the kids like, oh, yeah, rub the stick and then put the match on there. I'm really going to make them think I can do this. If I can't catch a fish, maybe I'll bring a couple with me, put them on the hook and then throw them in the water.
Some of those koi.
Yeah, look. Hook them on the side. Like, there's certain things I need them to think. I really thought my mom, shout out to you, Mom. I love you. I knew all of my history, but I just thought it was my mom that did it.
Yeah.
So Columbus sailing across the ocean. That was my mama. Instead of Neil on the moon, it was my mama.
That was your hero.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she made sure she was every hero from the gate. Nice. So I knew my history. I just thought my mama did it. And then she told me a nighttime story since I was born. And when I heard it for the first time in real life, I'm like, oh my God, they stole my mama's stuff.
The story.
And it was like, once upon a time, there was a man named Jed. Worked very hard, keep his family fed. Then one day, he was shooting up some cruel, and up came a bubbling brew. Oil, that is. Texas tea. That's the Beverly Hillbilly song. Oh, so growing up, she got me good. I'm like, oh, she's so poetic.
Yeah.
He found this man found gold, like oil, and it was just great growing up with her because she never made it boring. I mean, we had hard times, but they weren't hardest times because baby, we'll up and move. Okay, no, don't worry about us. We're gonna leave. Right. Oh, you want your rent? Fine. All right. Don't worry. You can have your house. Okay. I loved her. Like, she made it work with all them kids. Took in community kids. My mom is a strong, strong lady. Still raising kids to this day, baby. She fought the state to keep my sister because she got pregnant and she was in state care. So they was like, abort. She was like, nah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on my own. Don't worry about it. So they gave her, they emancipated her because she was pregnant at 13. So. My mama's a strong, good lady, so it's Father's Day, but I got you, boo. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the plan for comedy? Where do you want to try to take it? What's success look like for you?
I want to own my own comedy club here in Oklahoma.
Oh, that's great.
I want to
awesome.
put it where the old Looney Bin used to be on Expressway. I want to have some form of comedy every night, food, liquor. Lynn K, comedy spot, or Lynn K's hot spot. I don't know. We're gonna make it crazy. I want a podcasting room over to the side. Wampa's got it in my head up in Tulsa, like just a artist fun. I wanted to be able to run an artist fund out of there, so we can have people that I feel like really deserve, like not even just me, even though I People that really deserve the spots need to have a place to really present their stuff with good backgrounds, good lightings. So little stuff that I would do when it all works out is like festival week, not like actually have a festival. This is a week where you come, you tell us what the festival requires your video to do, what kind of format should it be in, does it need a link to send it, can you send it straight through YouTube. Another thing somebody taught me was whenever you submit to a festival and you're using your YouTube, make it a private YouTube and take that link and send that link to them so you can see how many times they view your video. You can see if they actually watch so long of your video. So was that money that you spent on that festival worth it? Did they even give you a chance? So that was another little trick to add to the little hat.
Yeah, I like that.
So that was a good one. And it's just all looks like making sure that voices in Oklahoma get a spotlight because there's a lot of great things coming to Oklahoma. We have a lot of money being poured in Oklahoma right now. And comedy is the only medium where we can all be honest to each other. Like, this is honesty. This is sitting down saying, this is my life, this is your life. Where can we meet and say that we agree upon things and we can laugh about it? I don't have to agree with somebody's set. They can get up there and tell the most racist, unfunny joke in the world to me. I'm still going to shake your hand when you come off that mic because you went out there and you tried. You tried because it's hard to get a racist joke to float, baby. Oh, baby, I'm telling you. So comedy looks like that. I would like to be on shows, but I need to take some acting classes. I definitely do. I'm just, it don't feel comfortable. Now, I feel like if I could get an acting spot as being a comedian on the stage, like, that would be
so different. You want to do like more, like be in a actual character and act and do that kind of thing.
To act in a role, which big shout outs to Mojo Brooks. When I saw him on stage, it was crazy. I was like, okay, Mojo, this ain't the energy I was coming from. Excuse me, but it's hard when they do reels online and then they come and they do stand up. So the new hashtag they're using is I'm funny in real life. And I like that because it is hard to be a real person and then to switch over and be on stand up comedy. But he did it. He did stand up. He did reels. And now he's on a show on Netflix called She the People. And he elevated that show. I've never laughed so hard at Mojo Brooks until I saw him in that light where I felt like he got to be himself in that role and it just shined so much brighter. So that's the goal. I'm getting there, building up. I do want a team of people to support me. It's kind of hard when you don't have the money to pay them yet. Right. It's kind of hard to tell somebody, hey, I'm going to make it. I am good. I'm really amazing. I'm the greatest thing they ever seen. You start sounding like Mike Tyson. I'm the hype. This me, baby. You know, I got the little Cassius Clay. Come on now. I'm Ali in my prime. It's kind of hard to pitch yourself to people, especially with everything that's going on in the world. They're like, well, why aren't you on reels? Why aren't you on, little sketches and stuff like that? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I'll go get that. Let me go do that too. Then I didn't know that was a requirement. Okay, like I said, I'm writing my list and I'm knocking them down one by one. So headline shows, make sure that I'm always giving my funniest, being my best that I can be for the people because you're paying your money to come see me. So I want to give the authentic me, and then in the end of this, as long as I'm able to do what Georgina did at Ice Event Center on June 1st, she called the people out. They came. Yeah. She's been doing it for years. They believe in her. Local funny to me means more than any type of fame in the world. I want a community of people that know me and know who my children are and not even just like, oh my God, that's Lynn K and her kids. Oh my gosh, that girl actually cares about her community to the point where even if she did make it big, I know that in the end, my goal is to open back up the Looney Bin here because that was where a lot of people went to enjoy themselves. And now it's like Bricktown or nothing.
Yeah, there needs to be more comedy clubs.
Twisters is coming up. Have you been there?
No.
There's another place. It's more of like community driven right now. So it's over there off of Western and Memorial. And they do an open mic Monday, and they also started doing the Comedy Rumble, which is like an interview open mic on Thursdays. When are you going? When y'all going? Probably this week. Okay. Yeah, I go on Thursdays after JJ's.
He's up there quite a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna start hitting the mic scene with y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because that really is what helps in Tulsa. And I'm like, you go to Tulsa because you feel like you build something there. Kind of can't stop building here too. I am, but then I started coming to the mics here. I ran the mic at Bricktown. and I ran it bad. I mean, if running the light was on Memorial, I'm way on the south side. I ran that light, okay? And I was just one of those nights. I'm like, oh, the crowd is loving it. They hadn't really had no laughs until I did my thing. Julie, do the thing. I did the thing, but they didn't like my thing. They didn't like it, so I think I did get the ban for running the light. And now that I'm able to go back, I'm like, 4 minutes it doesn't don't feed me like I need to be fed. It's not a big enough plate, but if I just had some killer 4 minutes and I needed a great place to record, I'll probably swing back by there. Or the openers, they do bring out, not the hosts, sometimes they'll bring out people that I know and like. So I'm like, you gotta go support. That's one thing. I love supporting local comedy. Y'all know some of my biggest people are here that I love. Like, for real. Like, you, when putting a cork in it, maybe, like I said, liquor and love. I love that. I'm coming every time. You love what your local people can do, and especially when we all work together. Like, when you did the black
it was a Black History thing.
Yes,
yeah,
I almost forget the history. That's what I said. Black Month. That's what Miss Kitty said one time when she met me. We were going to the mic that was over at what was that bar? Kiss? No, right off 36 in May. And
they were. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, it was. Isn't that the gay bar or something like that?
It was over there. It was awesome.
Yeah,
we had a couple of mics there.
I never made it out there, but yeah, I remember.
I was going in and I was like, oh yeah, and she was like, oh, happy Black Month. You got to put history in there. You got history, Black Month, Black History Month. Just flip it however.
Yeah, whatever.
Month History Black.
However. The fact that she remembered.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was like impressed.
She did that and her medication that morning. That's 100%. That's 100% day right there.
So I was like, that was a good one. I love that. So I had to tell that. I love when people remember that we are all doing this together. And I don't know. Whenever y'all might come up, let me know. I'm going to make sure we run that back.
Yeah.
Man, y'all like, no, just do my birthday. We don't want a Caucasian History Month. Did y'all enjoy Trump Day yesterday when everybody tried to make Obama Day? I've seen my timeline was divided. I seen Trump raising from the ashes and saw Obama out there. I'm like, what did y'all ever think Obama's at home chilling and they be like, he's like, what do y'all want from me? Like,
I'm done.
I'm like really done. Like,
let me go do these speeches.
Like, Michelle's got a podcast y'all want to hear from. It's like, go follow that. There's nothing else I can do for y'all.
I tried to turn it off, man. I tried to just enjoy my day.
Oh, baby,
you'll hear about it. So
you'll hear about it. You want a good laugh? Hear it firsthand. When Trump, I can't get mad at that man for winning, so I never do. But I can laugh at him for talking, man. It's just some of the stuff he says. I'm telling you, I don't think the man is actually listening to himself.
Yeah.
I think that it's just, if it sounds like it's gonna sound, you just take it. I'm like, it won you the seat. Go on, get it, baby. And it's 4 years. Close your eyes. Treat it like a bad relationship. He over there talking. Don't worry, I'm saving my money to move. You know, you got to treat it like a bad relationship.
Yeah, get the passport. Just be ready.
I'm stacking up over here. Don't worry. You say the wrong thing, I might get gone. Okay, hold on. But I can put my head down for 4 years. I've did it before. I can do it again. It's not a problem. It's the parades. Please stop with the parades, guys. He knows you love him. He knows. He knows you love him. You put him in office. He knows. He feels the love. Yeah. We don't need no more parades, Oklahoma.
Well, I heard the turnout wasn't as much as they wanted, first off. And then they were like, they spent a bunch of money on it.
Yeah, they thought it was going to be big.
Yeah, so it ended up being that. And then somebody was like, man, well, we can't have a parade for the armed forces. Do you not want to have a parade for armed forces? It's like, well, let's try to pay for some health care first.
You're not going to keep on using the same people. That's my whole thing. You're not going to keep on. We do this for the vets. The same one I gave a quarter to.
Yeah.
The same one I gave a quarter to, because you're not doing it for him.
Right.
You're not. Which vets are we talking about? Are we talking activity? Because when they get back, it doesn't look like you're doing them right, baby.
Absolutely. When you're done playing with the toy, you got to put it up.
They don't even want to put it right in the right place. They're just leaving it on the street.
Yeah.
I said, oh, no, you can't do that to me, baby. Oh, no. You didn't use me and abuse me and going to let me go? Oh, For pensies on the dollar, oh yeah, I see why they have a
Yeah.
problem. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it now. You create all these people, make them do things that they would have never in their life done until you came into their lives, and then you be like, oh, now that I've made you a killer, get on somewhere. Like,
Right.
no, I don't want to go back to my everyday job. I know what it feels like to shoot people now, you know? It's like, no, we can't put them in everyday jobs. Some
Yeah.
people, if not fixed, because shouldn't nothing be wrong with them, but if they feel like they want to go into the workforce, they should. But I feel like if you come back from serving our country, there's not a damn thing else you can do. Here's your money. We're going to give this to you monthly, and we want you to have a good life. I don't know. Maybe you want to be a street, the walker, the lady that crosswalks. That
Yeah.
seems like a job that would be, calm enough.
Yeah.
I don't want you out here doing everything else. Don't drive no buses.
Well, for the support for the fix or the help.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't want
Don't
no
drive any buses.
I don't want you to drive no buses. I don't want that at all. And my last bus driver that I had, like, I don't, like I said, anytime my sister I see my sister, I got a problem. I have an obsession with my sister. I love her. I see her outside on the bus stop doing her little drug thing, and I'll ride the bus around with her because I know where my car at. I know how I'm going to get back. I'm good. I just want to spend some time with you, and you ain't getting in my car. So, we're going to ride around. We're going to dip around on the bus real quick. But the bus driver was so, like, he seemed like he shouldn't have been driving the bus. I mean, do you hire crazy to deal with crazy? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't going to get nobody to get these people. My sister bogarted her way onto the bus. I paid for her, but what she does is she just goes and sits on the bus without any money until they're like, we're going to call the cops on you if you don't get off the bus. She's like, no, I already paid. She's paranoid schizophrenic. In her mind, she paid, so she's not going to move. But sometimes they just like, it ain't even worth it, and they'll just drive.
Yeah.
So yeah, she bogarts the bus people. So that's that type of crazy. You gotta just let them be. I'm not going to tell my sister to take her meds. She says it makes her skin itch. Maybe you're allergic to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I can't solve these
Yeah,
problems.
right.
I don't know. My whole thing is I let that girl, and y'all ever see my sister on the street? She kind of look like me, but she's skinny and tall. Be nice, because I'm nice to everybody. All my the man by my house that's outside, Steve, he know my name, and I know his. And I know Steve parents somewhere, like, I gave Steve everything he could have possibly needed. But Steve broke one day, and now he just, like, goes and catches wild animals. He has a turtle, a cat, and a dog right now, if anybody's looking for him. So the corner of 63rd and Wilshire is at the store. And I love Steve because he's a really good person. He's so nice. And when he finds these animals, he feeds them better than he feeds himself.
Yeah.
And those are the type of people I'm like, if Steve didn't snap, he'd be
Yeah.
the perfect little guy out here,
Well, I mean, how much of it is? I have an uncle, or he's like a basically family friend, but he's like an uncle. He passed, but one of the things he said is like, man, I like it. I like living on the street. I get to do what I want. Nobody messes with me. I get to kind of work whenever I want to. And he'd just be like, he had opportunities. He's just like, nah, I just want to live on the street. Yeah.
That's the most, but isn't that right back? Like the most primal thing. We used to be hunter-gatherers, like just walk around, pick up stuff, and no bills sound sweet to me.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
that
he was in
laying
the
under
military,
that
too.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, he did that. He said he liked it.
But I'm thinking,
he hung
if you
out with
think
his
about it,
friends.
when the things go over, sometimes when I'll be under the bridge, I'm like, this sounds like rain sounds. Like,
Yeah.
like soothing. And I was like, or am I paying calm to be homeless? Is that what it is? I want nature, but I want to be inside it. I can't take it. I can't grow up, y'all. There's something about it. My whole thing is, if we grow up, how do we end up really do? If I say growing up means that I have to change everything about me, I don't want to grow up. I'll stay a kid at heart for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I'll just be a kid that pay bills. That is like I cannot
I think,
get stuck in that, because that's how I felt myself. I kept on being like, oh, I'm not grown enough. I don't have this and this and this and this and this. Why am I racing to the end so fast?
Yeah.
Like, I want to be established enough for my kids not to be hungry. And I want this comedy thing to blow up and work out. But that's only going to work as hard as I work. So I do what I can. And we leave it at that. The competitions got tiring, so I stopped doing those. I really fell more towards just getting on the mics, make sure I'm working my craft. Because the competitions aren't telling you if you're funny.
Yeah.
I think one guy, Stephen Green, came through here with that he scooped up all the money. We still have not received our videos.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
the glamour shows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just a money grab for him, when for us, it was like,
Yeah.
we thought it was a big thing. We thought it was
Yeah.
not. So that's why I was like, the competition thing, I'm kind of not on that,
Yeah.
because anybody could come up with that. It didn't give any, like, I think Cepeda Cheeks down there and John Wallen here, I didn't think anything
Oh,
feathered.
yeah, because they're the
Nothing grew from
winners.
that.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, and this was time, investment, money, friends
Mhm.
that we all called out. And those tickets were not cheap.
Yeah.
So he got a big old money grab up off us and ran off with our money.
Mhm.
You remember the drinks?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, $18 for a little
Little bitty
Ridiculous.
shots.
little drink in a plastic cup. If I'm paying $18, you better
Give
give me
me a
something.
glass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then even the wine it was just like, you came
Yeah.
in, you did us dirty, and you ran janky promoter at the highest, and he gets to do that and continue to do that in different cities over and over.
Yeah.
We have multiple cities complaining,
Mhm.
and we still allow him to do it because it's a good money grab.
Mhm.
Take a city, take that city's name. He did OKC funniest, Tulsa
Mhm.
funniest. Oh, and we're streaming this back to California live, is what he told everybody.
Mhm.
It didn't even work.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
I know that's not why I'm
Right.
ending up in comedy.
Yeah.
I don't want to work with a couple of people and get big, and now I'm running around teaching people this is how you rub elbows with that person. That's not my gig. I don't want that. But definitely a club somewhere nice.
Mhm.
Maybe a little like music artist every now
Yeah.
and then.
Just-
Y'all know it's hard for me to wink without see how I can do it. But then when I don't, it's like hard. It's muscles.
It's attached.
It's weird.
Yeah,
It's
right.
weird. Hell yeah, but yeah, I'm working on my other muscles. I've a boob joke I'm working on, but I gotta get my pectorials right. I have to move my arms too much right now, but
Make the
I'm
movements.
working on it.
Yeah. That's great.
is it?
Yeah.
It almost happened.
Hey.
And then it's that one.
I'll do that.
Dude,
So I'm trying to do a little dance like
yeah.
Terry Crews does, but the mines are heavier.
Yeah.
But
Keep
yes,
working.
I
I think
am-
I think you're doing it. I think you're slowly building. I mean, I think a lot of people know who you are now, especially, I mean, since I've met you. I feel like you're just growing slowly, and I think that's the key. I mean, we talk about this a lot, but it's just slow, incremental growth. I mean,
Become
Just-
undeniable.
yeah,
That's where
keep
it goes.
just don't stop and just keep at it.
A killer's got to kill, man.
Yeah.
But you can't use those tags on the internet anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like
Can't say.
demonetized.
Maybe that's why
but-
they said is like, is that what you want, or
My bad.
do you need that?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
that's why they started saying
Yeah,
that.
because are
Yeah.
you sure this is what you want to
Mhm.
post?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
that's where it's at now. But man, we really
Yeah,
appreciate
this
you
has
coming
been
out, and
really
thank you so
fun.
much for talking with us.
I have
and-
talked y'all's ears off.
Hey,
I
we're
love
fine
it.
with
been
it.
I
a
said, oh, baby,
yeah,
y'all put a
so
mic
much
in front of
fun.
me. We going to go.
Mhm.
And I like learning more about y'all, too.
Yeah,
too. And
absolutely.
this was a good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
thank
is so
you.
much
You're
fun.
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Oh, that's just shaking. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Y'all
Yeah.
can find me everywhere. I'm at Lynn K 918 on Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. And then you can find me at Lynn K Comedy on Facebook. And by the time this one comes out, you can find me July 11th in Tulsa, Oklahoma at my mama's house. Nope, I just said that wrong. Can I- You can find me at Lynn K 918 on all platforms. Or you can find me doing live comedy in Oklahoma City at Tulsa by following me on those platforms. Thank you.
All
I don't try to
right.
shout them out no more.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
jumbling
tough.
my brain.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, people can go there and find the next show.
Yeah.
So that'll be great. So yeah,
Thank
we'll see you soon, and we'll see y'all
Bye,
on the
guys.
next podcast. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Mm.
That was awesome.
Thank